Hello. What is up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Wednesday to y'all. And more importantly, Lorwyn Eclipsed Early Access Day to y'all. Good to see ya. I know, we're gonna have to give it a minute. Usually we do a little countdown to give people time to get in, but it's early access. I just finished recording something for Budget Magic, and I want to get right into it. So we can get through as many of these sweet new Lorwyn Eclipsed decks as we possibly can over the next 3 or so hours. And this set looks so sweet. It is so sweet. I published an article yesterday that has the brews I've been working on. Hey, what's up, Walldog? Good to see ya. How are ya? Hey, what's up, Frost? Good to see ya. Jasmine Dragon. I feel like this might be a set that brings some people back. I don't know. I've heard so many people. I've heard so many people be like, I've been saving up my money or saving up my time or whatever for Lorwyn Eclipsed. So I'm really excited to see some faces pop back out of the woodwork. How have you been, Jasmine Dragon? Yo, what's up, LOL? Good to see you. Mecha Fox, how are you? Good to see ya. Ishtar Donuts, hiya. So today, if you've never been, the art's so good. The set's just like super cool. It's super cool. I'm very curious to see how it does in Standard. I have this thing in my head. I'm curious what y'all think of this. Afternoon, Lando Atlanta. I'm curious what you think about the idea that tribal decks are not as good as they used to be. I really wonder if we see decks built around the Lorwyn Eclipse creature types actually like take off in Standard, or if the tribal stuff is going to be more commander stuff. I just feel like it's been a minute since we've had a deck that was about putting lords on the battlefield be a thing. So I'm going to be very curious. And we got a bunch of decks built around the tribes that we're going to try today. I have way too many decks. Katana Rinsey, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 7th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big Super Jerry, thank you. Looks like the arena background shows who is winning the match as the light and dark goes back and forth. Oh, I didn't even notice that. See, I'm so oblivious. I'm going to have to look when we jump into a match. Just watch another streamer, Caballero with Deceit was pretty impressive. I mean, I think the big payoff for Caballero is Formidable Speaker. Seems like it was built to go in that deck. I mean, it is so incredibly perfect, right? You get to discard your finisher, your bear or whatever, and tutor up the Caballero, this superior Spider-Man. It seems so good, yeah. Hey, Lucid, good to see you. Hey, Seth, hope you're doing well. Really love the draft video. Do you know the upheaval and memory jar are legal and historic? Sounds like a sweet against the odds. What do you think? Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun to try. We might have to try it. It's funny, Joe, I didn't really build the deck thinking that we do the synergy. It just kind of came up, so I never even really thought of that synergy before. I think the challenge is, so here's the problem. I was thinking about it more since I posted the video. You really also need some sort of fast bond or something, right? Or else we would also discard our battlefield. So the reason it works so well is we were able to like memory jar into upheaval, into fast bond to replay everything. If we just went memory jar into upheaval, we would also discard our battlefield. Duka Buddy for the 43rd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. All right, so here's what we're working with. If you've never been to Early Access Day before, the idea is we're going to get through as many new decks as possible. We're going to play a ton of different decks and just get a taste, see what feels good, see how the new cards feel. So here are some of the options we're looking at today. We're not going to play, I don't think we're going to play this budget Slivers deck today. That's a budget Magic deck. We're not going to play that one either. So we have green-white tokens. We have mono-white Ajani tokens. I'm really intrigued by Ajani. We have this super weird Esper Abigail deck, which looks like a pile, but also might be good. We have very janky Sliver Dragon Changelings. We have Vivid. We have Doran. We have some Sunborn Scam, trying to do some blinking of the Sunborn and token shenanigans. We have Morning Tide's Light Blake. We have a very janky, very against the odds Wall of Bossing, say, Immolation deck, where the idea is we need to there's two creatures in Standard that have enough toughness that if you soul Immolation, you can kill your opponent on the spot. Walls of Bossing, say, an Ancient Adamantios. So we need to get the wall or the ancient animatios in the graveyard so we can reanimate it, so then we can soul immolation and burn you out of the game. Variant for the 9th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Twilight Diviner, elves, goblins, sack goblins, elementals, another diviner deck, Meek attack, mirror form, might be the against odds deck. I don't know if we're gonna play that one or not. Manifest surprise, a budget flash deck, fairies, Kithkin, merfolk. That's what we're working with. If there's anything you really want to see, let me know, because we're gonna get through a bunch of these decks. Do you have a Moonshadow deck? So Moonshadow is in a couple of decks. I'm not just playing it like an aggro threat. It's in the Manifest Surprise deck, trying to manifest it and then flip it up as a 7/7 for 1 mana. It's also in this Esper Abigail deck, which I think is interesting. My fish is bad. Welcome to the Fishbowl. I also like playing shrines. Thank you for your subscription for the 45th month. Big super chat for you. Thank you. It's also in this deck, and the idea of this deck is it's all these shenanigans. It's like, so we have Abigail, which can turn off the ability on the ancient one to turn it into an 8/8 flying lifelinking attacker. We have Reese that can remove all the counters from Moonshadow. We have we have Likeness Looter, which if you can loot Moonshadow into the graveyard, Likeness Looter can copy it for 1 mana and it doesn't enter with the counters. So then you have a 7/7 flyer. So it's just all these weird synergies to try to get something big into play early in the game. So yes, there's some Moonshadow decks, but let's do our reminders, and we're gonna jump into this and see what happens along the way. So reminders: replay YouTube for the old streams, normal YouTube. I announced this earlier. I think I mentioned this on stream before. Any blighting? Yeah, so I have a couple, the Sack Goblins deck is the most blighty deck. There's also might be a budget deck that I may be working on that might be coming up soon that involves blighting. So blighting will be happening, but this is the most blighting deck. It's kind of the goblin like sacrifice goblin deck using a Champion of the Weird as like the sack outlet. So that one is there. Mikazam, and welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. How would you do Upheaval in Modern? Mana Rocks, maybe. I mean, I would probably do, I think the best way is probably some sort of Badger Mole Cub type thing. You just want to make all the mana. Like, you make all the mana, you cast Upheaval, float all the mana first, cast Upheaval, replay your stuff. Your opponent can't replay this stuff. So it really is just, how can I make the most mana as quickly as possible? And I think the answer is probably Badger Mole Cub now. So that would probably be my first attempt. But you could also do it with Mana Rocks. I would also, anything to make a ton of mana. Hey, what's up, Mega Magic Carp? How are you? Did the gift sub not show up on your end? Oh wait, no, I missed it. Yeah, it did show up. It just got lost in the mix. A Mega Magic Carp with a gift sub. 2 birds. Welcome to the Fishbowl, and thank you, Mega Magic Carp, for the gift sub. Definitely appreciate it. Big scoop cheer for you. A2A in premise. Welcome, or Prism Chess. Welcome you as well. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. A reminder. So YouTube, I announced this earlier, and I mentioned it to you before, but we got something new coming up this year on YouTube, and I'm going to tell you about it right now. So, we're going to do a weekly gameplay series of Paper Magic that's Richard and I. It's going to start next week or the week after, and we're trying to do this at least for the next year. So weekly paper gameplay series. So the good news is this means more Richard, it means more paper play. The little bit of bad news is it does mean a little bit less digital play. So I think the plan is going to be Mondays is going to be me and Richard doing the paper gameplay. Wednesday is going to be against the odds, and then Friday is going to be kind of a hybrid of Much Brew / Budget Magic depending on the week, which I think makes sense because Budget Magic has been a little more hit and miss recently anyway. We haven't had Budget Magics every single week. So I think Friday is going to be either Budget Magic or Much Brew. So I think that's going to be the schedule moving forward. And the thing we're going to do is, so we're going to do just some fun stuff like I'm going to make Richard play Pre-Modern for the first time because he's never played it before. But our big project is we have a 64-team bracket of the most iconic standard decks in the history of Magic, going all the way back to 1994. And we are going to battle them against each other and see what's the best standard deck ever. many episodes from now. So we're going to see a lot of cool old stuff going on. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that. Spiritmonger is legal in pre-modern. So that's going to be starting soon. So that's coming up on the YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Also technically sponsored by Wizards today because they're letting us use the account. So thank you to Wizards for giving us the cards to play with for the day. Caw-Blade is actually going to be the first matchup of the series. I'll give you a sneak peek. You can let me know who you think will win. The first matchup of the series is going to be Caw-Blade from 2011 versus Vivi Cauldron from 2025. I'm very curious. Those are two decks that led to multiple bannings in Standard. Two decks that were historically dominant during their era. Is there any chance that Caw-Blade from 15 years ago, when Planeswalkers were a new thing and Jace the Mind Sculptor was better than all, keep up with Agatha Soul Cauldron in Vivi from 2025? It is going to be interesting. Munarif, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Everything from 15 years ago seems fair in comparison to 2025 Magic. Munarif, welcome to the Fishbowl. Big super for you. Thank you. Hey, Seth, I want to do more drafts and get into cubes, but I find Arena prohibitively expensive considering you don't even get real cardboard from it. Do you know, is there any way to do those when there's no LGS nearby? Chicken Guy, I don't know what your tolerance for Magic Online is. Magic Online might actually be just cheaper when it comes to drafting. You actually get to keep the cards, and they also have like phantom drafts where you can choose to not keep the cards. So I might look into Magic Online. That would be my go-to. And they also have Powered Cube and all that stuff. So I would consider looking into Magic Online. If you just can't get over the fact that it's kind of old and a little bit spreadsheety, then I don't really have another great option, but I would check out Magic Online. Does Vivi Cauldron in the bracket mean no prowess? No, prowess is there too. So because we have 64 decks, there's essentially every year from 1994 till 2025 has at least one deck, and a decent amount of the years actually get two decks. So anyway, let's start playing some Magic. Those are reminders. What are we starting with? What do we want to see? What do we want to see first? What do I want to play first? You know what? Let's start with this. I want to start with this weird Esper deck just because I want to see if the Moonshadow hype. Plus we get Reese. Plus we get Emptiness. Plus we get Abigail. Let's try this weird Esper deck and see if it does anything. Funky Beats, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Oh, also, please tell me if Ghost Dad in the tournament. Ooh, I would have to double check. It might be. So we tried to focus on like the most iconic decks of the year. So if they were kind of like brewy decks, they're probably not going to show up in the bracket. So it's mostly like the decks that won a Pro Tour or Worlds or were like got cards banned. So it's a lot of that kind of stuff. I don't remember if Ghost Dad actually made it or not. Does Esper deck need eyeballs? Maybe. Let's try it. Let's try it without eyeballs. We could always add it. Wait a minute. So I pointed out that Phyrexian Tower, Cabal Therapy, Veteran Explorer, all year in pre-modern. Abs and Nick fit in pre-modern. What are we repping? That is the problem. That is the problem, Mega Magic Carp. Yes, you get the ramp. You get the Veteran, you get the synergies. Cabal Therapy is good. You get the Veteran Explorer. But then you're ramping into Spiritmonger is fine. Symbiotic Worm, Verdant Force, things like that. Oh, my hype level for Lorwyn is it's a 10. Like this is a set I've been waiting for. It's a set I've been waiting for. Now that we've seen it, it didn't do anything to the green screen is slipping. It didn't do anything. Oh, oops. It didn't do anything to diminish my hype for it. If anything, it made me even more excited about it. Ooh, that's a lot of ancient ones. You know what? We can try this. We got a Reese. We'll try this. We'll see what happens. Let's see how this goes. Oh, Turtles. Turtles is the set I'm least hyped for this year. I am about as close to a 1 as you can be on Turtles. No offense. No offense to turtle lovers. It's just, after Spider-Man, it just seems so similar to Spider-Man to me. It is, oh no, we're doing this. Okay, that's actually a good draw. So I think, man, this isn't what we want to be doing with our lives, but Badger Mole Cub is just way too good. So I think instead of doing fun things, we need to cast this Emptiness. Emptiness, double black, kill the Badger Mole. One cool synergy that I haven't seen people talking about much, Rorik's Venture, welcome to the Fishbowl. We already know Overlord of the Bailmerk is super good. 66 months, that is absurd. Oh my god, that's a Meek attack. But a cool synergy is you can evoke the elementals and then use Overlord to get them back. They are not avatars, which actually seems kind of powerful. How do we want to do? I am very worried now that we're about to die. This Meek attack could just mean we're dead, and we don't have a way to stop it. Well, I mean, we got a Meek attack deck too to try. Nick Fit Turbo Mill Reanimator with Blade. Okay, I've seen Blade Wing before in pre-modern. I could see that. Let's just... Yeah, let's just play this tapped in Overlord. If they have the Big Mom, then I guess they get us. It's not like we can really stop it anyway. So we will get back in Emptiness. Okay, that's not bad. We can build a 7/7 with this Likeness Looter next turn. 7/7 Flyer. Does that beat Meek Attack? We're about to find out. Opponent making mana. Meek Attack mana. Total power 5 or less. Tolsomer. Okay. Yeah, and again, run it back. Well, we have seen our first nut draw from Lorwyn Eclipsed Standard. Nia Duck, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, that is literally the best things that you can have for what our opponent's trying to do. It is quite literally as good as it gets. Well, let's see if this is enough. We play a Likeness Looter. I mean, this is a sweet synergy. Likeness Looter, guess what we got in our graveyard? We might have a Moonshadow in our graveyard for 1 mana. I think we'll make that a 7/7 flying menace. That is a pretty powerful synergy. I don't know if it beats this Meek attack draw. Badger Mole Cub. But there might actually be something with Likeness Looter Moonshadow. Like, I feel like this is actually kind of powerful, right? Hey, Stone Rain, how are you? Good to see you, opponent. Going to... What is this deck trying to do? Splash Portal turns on another land. Okay. And Alana War Elves. Okay, well. All right, opponent passing. Well. How do we not die now? So this block's there. Man, I wish we had enough mana for full price Emptiness. So we can Emptiness kill the Badger Mole. And then I guess we just, yeah, I think that's what we do. So let's Emptiness for white, or for black. Emptiness for black. The problem is if they ever draw anything for this Meek attack, it just gets us. So get rid of the Badger Mole Cub. We have to, unfortunately, stay on defense. Unimpen. Come on. No whammies? No whammies? How about a land? How about drawing some lands, Ravencheck? We have not drawn many lands this game. How about that? Okay, just another Meek attack. That's fine. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. Opponent. Passing. Well, we will Reese. And now we can make another Moonshadow. Okay, we draw a Watery Grave. So we can play the Moonshadow. Oh, this is actually kind of sweet. So we play the Moonshadow. This deck actually seems cool. I don't know who Ravencheck is, actually. And then Reese. I think we'd like to remove all the counters from this Moonshadow. Make it a 7/7. Yes. All of them. Remove all the counters. Get another 7/7. Play the tap land. And, oh, we still can't really attack, though. This is actually kind of impressive. We'll pass the turn. Overlord. About to... Come on. No Meek attacks. No Meek attacks. If they draw another Famished World Sire or something, opponent, combat, passing. Okay. How about Abigail? Abigail would be a draw. Ooh, Requiting Hex. Well, let's play the Ancient one. Requiting Hex. Power 2 or less. Or mana value 2 or less. So I guess we just kill the wolf. And I actually think we gain life too. I think we can put a counter on this Ancient one. It is big enough even with the counter. Get rid of the wolf token. Go to 7. Can we start attacking? Can we start attacking here? Is it time? I mean, we can hit him. Oh, we gotta do it. Hit you for 7. Moonshadow. Wait, are we gonna win this through the ultimate Meek attack draw? Oh my goodness. Unimpend. Overlord is on. Opponent untaps. So I think this battlefield is supposed to show off the light and dark of Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. I think that's... Oh, Abigail. Abigail says you lose all your abilities. Why don't you become a 7/7 flying first strike lifelinker? We will get in with the crew, and this, I don't want to say did we break it on our first game of early access, our very first game of early access, but we might have actually broke it. I'm just saying, this actually felt kind of insane, and this is all like 1 and 2 mana. This is all 1 and 2 mana cards, which is what you want to be for a competitive Standard deck. Like, that's what Standard's about right now. Wow. Wow. You have to have enable the battlefield. Wait, where's the battlefield graphic setting? Hey, Seth. I've got a Lorwyn Blue for Historic. It's really just an excuse to make deck 4 consigned to memory. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan in Historic. They really need to do something about the Eldrazi deck in Historic. Wow, that felt so good. Lotus Field Scam, eh? Okay. So we're putting Deceits and Vibrances and Wistfulness into play, and then stifling the trigger to keep them around. That's cute. I like it. That's a super fun idea, and you're gonna get to play all the consigned to memories. The only thing is, like, it is a very fun idea. Unfortunately, the way they formatted them, they're just like, I don't know. I guess you still get one of their triggers, right? So I guess it's still not that bad. Risen Reef to draw cards. It is a fun idea. It is super fun. Do you have any decks built around Abhorrenoculous Moonshadow Synergy? I think bypassing the counters will boost the deck's power massively. That's a lot of emptiness. We are empty today. There is 2 mana blink in Standard. Like Personified, they just printed in Lorwyn Eclipse. 2 mana blink a thing, you get a 1/1 token. The Bloomburrow one, also double white, you can blink something, comes back end of turn. So there are. The problem is you end up, there's really 2 issues. So one is, it's 4 total mana, so it's kind of slow scamming to some extent. Like, it's still kind of slow. So that's one thing. The other thing is, Quantum Riddler exists, and Quantum Riddler is just such a good thing to bounce that it's kind of tough to want to scam anything else from like a competitive perspective. All right, well, tap land go. This hand is very awkward. I guess we're gonna start casting some full price emptinesses at some point. Yeah, but Splash Portal is a sorcery, right? So because Evoke sacks right away, it works with Warp, but Splash Portal I don't think works with the Evoke elementals, because the sacrifice trigger will happen before you can cast a sorcery. Also, the new Quantum Riddler Badger Mold Cup deck is ridiculous. That deck is kind of disgusting. Glen Alendra Guardian. All right, well, it's not like we're playing a bunch of non-creature spells, so I guess that's okay. I think this card's very good. It is Jim. Must be doing some 10 New Brews Fairies Edition opponent getting in hitting us. Down 18. I mean, I think we just run out the Reese anyway. Yeah, you don't get the ETBs again. That's kind of, they really formatted them in a way that makes them not great to blink and reanimate, but I think they're still very good. Well, let's play the Reese. I've been having a blast playing this deck, looking to flip different Angs with Moon Mist. I mean, Moon Mist is definitely good with double-sided humans. Pound it. All right, I'm going to kill the Reese. Sure. I mean, that gives us something to get back with these emptinesses eventually. Opponent passes. Bitter Triumph. We'll play the land. Let's... So this is what, Ward 2? Yeah, let's just kill the stun counter. Actually, you know what? They're both instants. Let's just pass. Let's just pass. We're going to kill this Sleep Curse Fae at some point. If our opponent tries to remove a counter, we might just do both. Ooh, Bitter Bloom Bear. All right, well, we might be killing that instead. Okay, so opponent plays Bitter Bloom Bear. We will Hex the Bearer. And then I think we also just... do we kill the Liege? I kind of want to kill... Yeah. Because once they leave the mana up, they can counter the Bitter Triumph anyway. So let's kill both of them. And then we'd really just love to draw a land in full price. We're so close to full pricing these emptinesses. I really don't want to start evoking them. Okay, that's a land. All right, well, emptiness. We are not evoking. We are casting this for white, white, black, black. Here it comes. Do you have another counter, fairies? Actually, we can't even kill the Sleep Curse Fae because of the ward. But that's fine. That's still fine. Favorite Lorwyn tribe? Sure. It's actually no. There's no point. We'll submit 0. We'll get back our Reese. Protect the emptiness. All right, your go, opponent. Another Bitter Bloom Bear. All right, we gotta beat the fairies. Favorite Lorwyn tribe? That's actually that's a tough question. It might be Tree Folk. And personally, it might be Tree Folk. I think Tree Folk are super cool. Tree Folk, I know, are like, I love Doran. Doran's such a cool card. I like the Toughness Matters theme. I know that's kind of like I don't know, probably a hipster pick. Out of like good tribes that actually see play, probably goblins. I think it would be goblins. Like, elves are fine, but they're kind of one-dimensional for me. Goblins, I think, are neat. I guess they're also kind of one-dimensional, but not that one-dimensional, because they can be aggro, they can be kind of like sacrifice-based. Fairies is more of a Crim thing. I don't mind fairies, but that's more like Crim style, I would say. Giarmacello, welcome to the Fishbowl. I want to try Vivid today. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soup Jeremy, thank you. Vivid is on my list for today. Opponent passes. Well, let's go to combat and attack. Hit ya. And emptiness, full price. Did you draw a counter? No. All right, this time we actually get to kill the Bitter Bloom Bear, and we get back the Reese. And sure. Opponent. Gonna untap the Sleep Curse Fae. All right, well, go. Emptiness has looked pretty good this game. Ooh, Flitterwing Nuisance to maybe draw some cards. Are we going card draw? There's the card draw. Yep, opponent hits us. Down to 7. Draws 2. I don't think we're winning this race, though, are we? Reckoning Hex is actually pretty good. That's actually very, very, very good. Well, let's play Moonshadow. Are we killing the Reese? The synergy of Reese and Moonshadow feels better than I expected. I thought it might feel like very clunky, but it actually feels relatively achievable. Have I burned anything with the Horse Serpent? I have not. Alright, so opponent's gonna kill the Reese. This is kind of fine, because we can go to combat, hit ya. And then we can 1/2 emptiness. I think we have to evoke it, right? Evoke the emptiness for double black. Kill the Sleep Curse Fae. Also, get a counter off the Moonshadow. And then with that on the stack, we can blight this. Because it's going to sacrifice itself anyway. Get rid of the nuisance. Grow the Moonshadow. Alright. Alright, fairies. Can you beat our emptiness? I started growing out your beard. Hey! Over 8 inches. Wow. You're like catching up to me already, Stone Rain. That is impressive. I mean, what are you all most excited about with for this set? Any Oko decks? I didn't build an Oko deck today. Here's what I ran into with Oko. Is when I went to build an Oko deck, it just always ended up looking pretty much like the Simic Badger Mole Cub deck. It just basically was the Simic Badger Mole Cub deck. Well, let's play a Ancient one. Activate Ancient one. This is just gonna hopefully get some permanence in the... Oh, the Abigail would have been nice. We will mill ourselves. We're basically just growing the Moonshadow. Wow, the Ancient one even turns on the Moonshadow? This deck has more synergies than I realized. Get in, hit ya. Found it. Obayura. Gonna double lock Moonshadow. If we draw Abigail, we just win. Abigail might be legit. This deck actually seems oddly good. Bo Schwartz, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Hey, Seth, that Jace Oko Thunder Junction deck I sent you a few weeks ago continues to be insane. At one point, broke Arena several thousand times and made over 1 billion lands. Oh, that sounds... Can you send me the list again, Badger? That sounds super fun. Our Vampire Hexmage and Proliferate back on the menu. Now, with all the -1/-1 counters. It's been a long time. I imagine it was... If the token limit didn't exist, it would have made 1 billion lands. There's no way you actually had Arena would actually allow you to have 1 billion lands on the battlefield. I'm excited for tier 3 goblins for the next year. Next 3 years. Remember, we don't rotate anymore, so you get tier 3 goblins forever. I think the blight mechanic is the most interesting mechanic in the set for me. Like by a pretty decent margin. A lot of the mechanics in the set, probably because it's a return to style set and they want to hit the nostalgia, but a lot of them are, I would say, derivative. They're kind of derivative or callbacks to old mechanics. Blight is the one mechanic that actually seems kind of, I know it's -1/-1 counters, but the way that they made it kind of feels unique to me. Like, we haven't really cared about having +1/+1 counters on your creature, or -1/-1 counters on your creatures being upside, which is what a lot of the Blight cards do, which I think is very interesting. Rotation has gone now. It's not gone. It's slowed down, Stone Rain. So they canceled rotation 2 years ago, and then this year they canceled rotation in the summer and are pushing it to winter, and then they made it so 3 years of cards are legal instead of 2 years of cards. So basically sets just survive in Standard for a very long time now. Aussie Dave, so far the set looks sweet. It's always tough to read too much into early access day just because people are trying weird fun things, but so far The sets felt very powerful. Yeah, Spellster is a huge deal in Standard. Spellster, I'm hopeful. I've been playing the last couple days a little bit of the new Badger Mole Cub deck because I want to see how good it felt, and it feels very good. But I'm hopeful that maybe Spell Snare is the card that can keep Badger Mole Cub at least a little bit in check. Do we just play the Moonshadow? Yeah, I mean, the upside's big. Yeah, let's play the Moonshadow. I guess we can Moonshadow, then we can Reese, and if our opponent kills this Moonshadow, we have another Moonshadow, so it's kind of fine. We can also Overlord just to mill and probably grow the Moonshadow. Yeah, 7 sets. I don't think that's going to be... Smell Snare. I don't think 7 sets is going to be the norm, hopefully, but yeah, it's a lot of sets this year. Well, let's play the land. Let's get in with the Moonshadow. Hey Seth, I managed to sell the Shanks SP Special Rare that I mentioned earlier. I get $825, half in cash, half in cards. Wait. I missed this, Tuka. What is the Shanks SP? I didn't hear this story. Did you tell me about this and I'm forgetting? Hey, what's up, Ravens boy? Good to have you. Welcome. The Golgari Exile deck's so funny. I like that deck too. It's actually like better than it should be. I don't know if I'd say it's good, but it's kind of good, and it just does way more than you would expect it to do. Wait, what is Shanks? How did you get this card? Was this just like? So there's really not a point in reesing this, right? No. That's fine. We drew the likeness looter any. I mean, we have so many. We kind of actually even want this in the graveyard. Is this our turn? Okay, this is still the end of our turn. Oh, One Piece. Oh, right. Yeah, that draft with Upheaval is one of my favorite drafts, maybe that I've ever done. It's one of my favorite drafts in a long time, at least. Well, let's play this Reese. I think these last 2 games have convinced me that Moonshadow's actually busted. I figured it would be busted in, like, Modern or Timeless or Historic, like in older formats. I figured it would be like another Death Shadow type busted, but I was a little bit like, on Standard, like, is it actually going to be that good in Standard? I think the answer is actually yes, though. Well, we need to play, let's see, Godless Shrine, Likeness Looter, and opponent, I have bad news for you. You know that Moonshadow you spent so much work dealing with. Now it's back and it has flying. Formidable Speaker's, yeah, Formidable Speaker's insane. All right, opponent, do we have more removal? Apparently not. Well, we will, let's see, go to combat. All right, Feybloom tricks to tap it down. Everyone seems to want fairies to be good. So many fairies. Well, let's Overlord of the... Let's Moonshadow. Let's do it this way. Let's Moonshadow. Overlord of the Balmerk. Get back the Likeness Looter Moonshadow. It might actually be a deck. Like, this actually feels like it could be a deck. Would you consider including a non-budget upgrade list for your budget decks? Like the Terra Bar deck you did a few weeks ago. Look fun to play. Not to play against. Definitely not fun to play against. But if I want to play it, what if I didn't care about the budget? Ooh, opponent finds an Ego Drain to get rid of the Likeness Looter, but it does grow our Moonshadow. I can try to do that more often, Cat Cam fan. It's something I used to do almost pretty much every Budget Magic episode, and then I kind of got away from it. But I'm trying to make a point of doing that more frequently. Some decks, there's like not a very obvious, not like the non-budget version is basically the same as the budget version. Opponent has a lot of removal. I will give them that. Watery Grave, untap. Opponent gets in, hits us. And gonna make something a 4/4 until end of turn. Sure. Down to 13. Well, let's play a Rot Cursed Roll Soccer. And go to combat, get in, hit ya. Down to 9. And yeah, let's just play the land past the turn. This deck is actually just crushing people. Yeah, I forgot that Likeness Looter was in Standard until Moonshadow came around. And then we were talking about synergies that could work with Moonshadow in Standard. And I can't remember, I can't remember if it was Cram or Neotuk. Someone mentioned this synergy, and it actually seems to be working. Been working on a Vivid deck with Leyline and Bloom Tender. Ooh, I have a Vivid deck with Leyline and Bloom Tender. Maybe we try the Vivid deck next. I did not have Progenitus in mind. Opponent's gonna get in. Sure. Kaido us, opponent. Kaido us. Glamour Glifter. Okay. Yeah, another one of those. Sure. So we're gonna take 4. Down to 9. Well, let's untap. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Well, I think we might as well Overlord. Well, that's Overlord. Gonna do some impending. Do some milling. Ooh, that's... Those are some options. I think we just take Abigail. Yeah, let's just take Abigail. Play the Abigail. Turn Cursed Rusalka into a real boy and smack you a bit. This deck's so good. This deck's so good. The Slivers deck from your list also got me excited. The one with the Manifest Red, because I felt that the mechanic didn't do as much as it could have. Yeah, the idea of that's super sweet. So janky and fun. Can I get the link of the deck you're playing? Yeah, so if you want any of the deck lists, they are all in this article. Usually I just link a doc. But this is near the very bottom, Esper Abigail, near the bottom of the article. All right, let's do, I mean, I think we've seen that this deck is good. Let's do a couple more and then we'll switch it up. Do you think that Moonshadow is going to be good enough to be played fairly in mill or a looting deck? The more I play with it, the more I'm coming around to that being possible. That is also true. Depending the cheap sweepers would be very good against this deck. So maybe it's just a deck that the synergies feel good. Like, we've been pretty consistent at putting really big bodies on the battlefield early, but it is true that there are good answers to that plan. Is oh no, the Verge hand, the nightmarish Verge hand. When you don't, I think that the mana bases in Standard, it makes sense to me that your mana bases are like, in a 3-color deck, something like 12 shocks, 9 Verges, and then a couple basics and maybe a couple utility lands, something like that. But that does mean that sometimes you're just going to low roll and draw all the Verges. You call control players, in my defense, Cat Cam fan, I use dirty a lot to refer to things because it seems like a harmless sort of insult. So I've called dirty Tron players, dirty Oko players. So it's nothing against control players in specific, but you and I both agree the best part of Magic is being the only person to play Magic. So why don't you just embrace it and admit that you are, embrace the fact that you are a dirty control player? That might actually be true. I'm definitely a dirty prison player. There's no debating that. I'm definitely a dirty prison player. Do we need to kill? So this can level up to a 2/3. Now that's Watery Grave. Tapped. I think we just Emptiness. Yeah, let's just Emptiness. Double black. Get rid of the figure. And then we can Overlord back the Emptiness. And then we will just pass. Pass and do some looting. I feel like prison and control are like kind of adjacent. You know what? We're going to try to block this. We might as... Oh my god, okay. Sure. Pitch Moonshadow. Well, that might be GG. Likeness Looter. And how about a Moonshadow? And tap land, and all right, Croakies. Yeah, our opponent's just not drawing land. Okay, there's a land. But now there's a Moonshadow. I think Bristlebane Battler is actually a very good card, so I'm glad we got through that. Now let's go to combat, get and hit you with the Moonshadow. Found it, down to 13. And Overlord of the Bailmerk. I feel like Prison and Control are related, at least. I think I would agree that they're not exactly the same archetype, but I do think they are kind of adjacent at a minimum. Oh, we're so close to winning. Well, okay, we can't quite win, but we can get in and hit you. Mill a bunch of cards. Get back a Likeness. Wow. Get back a Likeness Looter. And, Likeness Looter. And I think, wow, look at this game. Okay, wait, we might have actually just broke it, chat. We might have actually just broke it. We might have actually, Tron has been assembled. Moonshadow Tron has been assembled. All right, I think we win this one. I think we might have done it. All right, I think we're gonna just have to retire this deck's gonna go in the Hall of Fame, Early Access Hall of Fame. I think we're just gonna have to retire this one because it's too good for Early Access Day. It's just too strong. Okay, well, I have to say, when I put this deck together and I looked at it on paper, I was like, this deck looks so weird. Like, the deck looks, we have not lost, we're 4-0 with the deck. I mean, I guess if you want to keep going, we can keep going until we lose with it. Or if you want to see some other decks, we can switch it up. But when I looked at the deck on paper, I was like, oh, it's got all these weird cards that you don't normally play. Ancient One, Rock Curse Rusalka, Likeness Looter. Is Abigail even any good? But it turns out, and they're all these little, like, random one-off synergies. Like, Ancient One with Abigail's a synergy. Moonshadow with Likeness Looter is a synergy. Reese with Moonshadow is a synergy. Overlord of the Bailmerk with Emptiness is a synergy. Rock Curse Rusalka with Abigail is a synergy. So you just have all these, like, random synergies, but it turns out if you just overload with enough synergies, it seems like you draw them relatively consistently, and then the deck just puts a ton of power on the battlefield very, very quickly. All right, go one more for the 5-0. All right, we'll do one more. We'll go one more. We'll go one more and then we'll switch it up. How about that? Well, 5 I think is a good number. I don't think 7-0. I don't think we want to play 7 matches with all the decks because we just won't get through enough decks. But you want to see it go all the way? All right, maybe we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. Proud of this deck. I think I want to try the Vivid deck next because I do not know if Vivid is good. Ooh, Abigail Ancient One. Okay, I mean that's one of our synergies. We'll see if it works. Watery Grave go. Oh, about it. Oh, when you say you made an elemental deck, you made an elemental deck. That is a lot of elementals. that is a lot of elementals. Elementals, I haven't really figured out what I want to do with elementals yet. This looks funny though. I do think all the mythic evoke elementals are very strong. Well, let's see. Hallowed Fountain. And just play an Ancient One. Not very scary. It can't even do anything. I know it looks like an 8-8, but it can attack or block. Don't worry about it, opponent. It's fine. Fanatical Firebrand, sure. They could have Hex. Alright. Mud, Button, Curse Cause. Alright, well, opponent. This Ancient One that seems so useless is about to become useful. Abigail. Make it lose all abilities. Give a lifelink and other stuff. Hit ya. Gain 8. Man, I love this deck. Oh, I love this deck. Besides the picture of Vivi on your dartboard on the wall for your recording, what other subliminal messages have we missed in 2025? That's really... Okay, so the background, when you look at the background, so the dartboard, the only other thing, and I don't change it as much as I should, but sometimes you see some of my music tastes. I throw some albums back there with stuff I've been listening to or stuff I like. So you might be able to pick up on that. The real question is, hey, what's up, the Brocker? The real question is, Let's just play the Verge. The real question is, Vivi's banned now. I mean, Vivi's banned. What do we replace Vivi with on the dartboard? Because originally, when I set the dartboard up, it was Ragavan. It was Ragavan when it was first set up, and then Ragavan kind of fell off, so I replaced it with Vivi. But I think we need another one, and it might be Cub. Cub is probably the closest right now, Basic Island. Either that or it's just wait a little bit longer until we get something even more broken. Yeah, I don't mind Jeskai Revelation that much. Opponent pet, wait, is this not just game? Oh, they can give their goblins. Oh, I think this works. Our opponent's going to try to give their Death Touch goblin flying, and then we're just going to kill it in response and win. That's my guess. Yeah, and they don't have the mana, and we will pay 3 and kill the curse crap. Boomerang Basics is a good one, but I kind of honestly, and people can get mad if I say this, I kind of like the lesson deck. I kind of do. I kind of do like the lesson deck. I know it's obnoxious. Okay, at this point, we're 5. These games, oh, you know, all right, we're going to finish it. We're not going to play 7 with all these decks because we're not going to get through enough decks. But at this point, we got to see if we can go for the clean 7-0 run. I think if we lose one, we're done. Otherwise, we'll see if we can go the clean 7-0. Well, this hand looks pretty good. We're on the draw, but it looks like what we want. Ooh, Llanowar Elves. Okay, that is scary. That is scary. If they follow this up with Badger Mole, that could be a problem. We don't have an Abigail opponent. Oh, okay. Oh, no! We've met the standard end boss. Double Badger Mole Cub. I mean, is there even a point in killing one of them at this now? Not really. Well, how can we most efficiently get big things on the battlefield? Yeah, I think we'd lose this one. This deck well, this is the first deck we've played on early access, but this deck has felt very, very good. So I guess it's this one so far. The weird Esper Abigail deck. Formidable Speaker. I think this might be the best card in the set. I think Formidable Speaker is at least like, yeah, see, we should have stopped at 5. We should have stopped when we were ahead. But yeah, the double Badger Mole draw on the play is going to be eat a lot of decks. Opponent, damn, okay. Either that or maybe our opponent's not ramping into anything very good and all this is actually fine. Opponent passes. Well, we will play a Reese. Untap. Land untapped. Play a Likeness Looter. And Reese. Remove all the counters. Do we attack? Is there a way we win by attacking? So if we attack, next turn we can Bitter Triumph, discard Moonshadow, turn this into a Moonshadow, and have a flying Moonshadow. But do we die in the back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we take 11 on the backswing? I think we go for it. We're going to get in. See what they do. Okay. All right. Well, it comes down to this. There is a world where we jank out this win somehow. If our opponent swings all out, we go to 2, I believe, or 3. Okay. Aurora Awakener. Well, another Badger. Okay, that could have been worse. Another Badger Mole Cub. 3 lands. A Leyline of the Guild Pact. Opponent plays a land. Oh my god, another one. Opponent. Formidable. Oh, nothing to discard. Okay, we're live. How do we win from here? I don't think we do. Well, I don't know what to think of Aurora Awakener. Is this card busted because I just put a million things into play? Or does it suck because most of those things were Leylines of the Guild Pacts and lands? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna try my Vivid deck next. Oh, this is tough. How do we do this? So we play the land. Bitter Triumph. Discard a card. Oh, we can't kill. We have to kill the Tam. Discard the Moonshadow. And then this becomes a Moonshadow. So we block here's, oh, we're just dead, right? So we just have to stay on defense. Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we're dead anyway. Yeah, we're actually dead, right? Block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess we just survive. All right, yeah, I guess we got to pass. Oh, that doesn't feel good. Oh, opponent draws another Tam. Okay. And yeah, Dorbard is gonna have a Badger Cup very shortly. Very, very shortly. My god, this card. My god, this card. So Reese can remove counters from Earthbend lands, but it only removes counters from creatures you control. So we stay alive here, but I don't know how we win from here, because we don't have a Wrath or anything. And our opponent just had so many Badger Cubs. Yeah. All right. Well, we should have quit while we were ahead. I still think this deck seems, I mean, you can't say too much on early access day, because it is a very good point that the meta is different, but just the synergies and power level of this deck felt very high. It felt very, very high. Estrelli for the 90th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big subscription, thank you. Hey, Seth, not early access related, but did Richard roast you for the draft choices? I feel like he was pulling his hair out watching you draft. Wait, what draft was this? the one, oh, the Secrets of Bloodbending draft? He didn't mention it, but I'm sure he was. Someone yesterday was like on Twitter, they're like, I said something. What was? Oh, I said the new Badger Cup with Quantum Riddler is really, really good. Busted or something. I can't remember the exact word. And they were like, if they ban Badger Cup from Standard, I'm uninstalling Magic Arena. And the first thing I thought is, man, like, you better enjoy your last 6 months on Magic Arena because I don't think the Badger Cup is getting banned now or anything, but it seems like the kind of card that 6 months from now, I would not be surprised. If that was on the table, at least part of the conversation. Also love that limited content. I hope people like it because I've been enjoying limited lately. And I'd like to be able to sneak some in a little bit once in a while. But anyway, all right, deck number 2. So deck number 1, I will say it's going to be hard to top Esper Abigail. This deck felt pretty legit to me. And I think maybe it could actually have some legs. So deck number 1 felt good. Deck number 2, we played against a Vivid deck. I want to try a Vivid deck. My version of the Vivid deck, I went kind of hard on the actual Vivid stuff. Is something like Shrine Shrieker or Shimmer Creeper actually good enough? I'm not sure. If it's actually going to be good enough or not. But I wanted to try as many of the actual Vivid creatures as possible to see what they felt like. Like, this is kind of like a Gray Merchant. This can draw up to 5 cards when it enters. The big payoff is obviously Aurora Awakener. Just spin it to win it. The dream is the Aurora Awakener into more Aurora Awakeners, and just like put everything into play. We'll see if it works. I did not play a Formidable Speaker in this deck. You could. we'll see. We'll see how it feels. If we feel like we're not hitting our payoffs enough, then I could see adding a couple copies. I'm still not sure on Formidable Speaker. I think Tam's in there. Only 2 because it's a legend, but there's a couple Tams in there. We got a couple Tams. Shimmer Wilds for ramp, Bloom Tender for ramp. All the halfway playable Vivid stuff. I even put in a Sonar. Which I think is like the worst card in the set. But if there was ever a deck that was going to make it work, it's this one. And I kind of want to see if it's as bad as I think it is. I think this card is very, very bad, but it might not actually be bad. Would you mind sharing? Yes, if you want any of the deck lists we play today, they are all in that article under the deck command. Just, I don't know, Control F and search for a card or something. There's like 25 deck lists in there, but that's all the stuff that we're playing with today is on there. No Progenitus. Do we want a Progenitus? Is there, you know what? 61 card special. Multiple people mentioned Progenitus. So let's do it. 60, we'll go 61. Sure. Let's go. Vivid time. Yeah, so I was thinking that we would just spin into like the other Vivid stuff with Aurora Awakener, but maybe you want big. My Vivid deck has it. Let's see. Oh, this okay, so you're kind of like an elf. Interesting. Champions of the Perfect, eh? So you kind of got the elf sub-theme going. I like Champions of the Perfect a lot. I don't know about Champions of the Perfect in Vivid, but maybe. Anyway, let's do some Vividing. Hey, thank you, Shinara GG. I appreciate it. How you doing? Riddle me this, Seth. You have a button. When pressed, it guarantees that Reality Fracture later this year is objectively the most fun and interesting set release in the last 5 years. But it makes the set thematically extremely loot-centric. Do you press it? Not even a moment's hesitation. I'm bashing that button. Like, for me, I like to meme on loot and meme on like sometimes art and flavor and stuff. But when it comes down to it, I can deal with a lot, including loot, which I don't think there's anything wrong with loot. It just feels so forced to me that I like memeing on it. But if the set is actually the most interesting and fun to play with, I would say it could be Spider-Man. It could be Spider-Man. If it was Spider-Man, if it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, if they do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and it is the most interesting and fun mechanical set that they printed in the last 5 years, I would be thrilled. I would love it. I would absolutely. It could be K-pop Demon Hunters. I almost said My Little Pony. I don't know. There are some things like it gets so far away from what I'm interested in that I'm like Dora the Explorer. Would I be okay with Dora the Explorer if it was just the most fun set ever, but I had to play with Dora the Explorer for 3 years? That's where it gets a little bit like iffy, but yes, I'm an easy yes. Well, let's Overgrown Tomb untapped. Let's Shimmer Growth Wilds. And we will turn our land red. And then we will Bloom Tender. Do you think Bloom Tender is going to be a good standard card? Like, how good is Bloom Tender? I think we kill this. Yeah, I think we just do a little hexing. Lots of people seem to want to try fairies. I mean, we can actually just slam Aurora Awakener next turn. But do we? Our Vivid count's not that high yet. Oh, do we just do this Vivid X2? That's my worry was, yeah, we're going to just run it out, see what happens. My worry was it would be It would be just worse Badger Mole Cub. And then it wouldn't see play because it's just worse Badger Mole Cub. But it feels pretty good right now. Hopefully they have a pay 2 counter if they have one. Okay, all right, spin it to win it, spin it to win it, spin it to win it. 2 permanents. Landline to the guild pack and multiversal passage on whatever. What? It doesn't matter at this point. Okay, well, our creatures are now all colors. Our Bloom Tender is now tapped for 5. We need another Aurora Awakener, though. Glenlendra Guardian. Sure, opponent passes. Hey, what's up, Jundinator? It has been a long time. Unwelcome Spray. What is this from? Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, surveil 2. Well, let's go to combat. Hit ya. Noggle the Mind. Huh. Okay. So I guess we buried in the garden. Get rid of the Noggle. Bloom Tender. Play a Leyline. Leyline of the guild pack. Oh man, we need some card draw. We're doing such a good job of ramping. Melizzy, but we need to ramp into something. We need the into something part. Maybe the Aurora Awaken will be enough. Okay, Nightclub's not what we were looking for. Let's go to combat. Let's attack. Opponent takes it. We will pass the turn. Come on, opponent. Harmonized Crescendo to draw. Surveil to draw 2. Okay. I mean, that's not that crazy. Don't worry about that Arena. She would be Dorina the Adventure. Adventure. You are correct. Are there any permanents that can blink Awakener? There are. Like Charming Prince. Oh my goodness. Charming Prince could do it, for example. So there are a few. Well, let's get in the Awakener. Hit ya. Play the Night Cup. Blast the turn. All right, deck. I mean, this is the problem, because now when they Scry Surveil, they draw. And this Scries or Surveils. Our opponent's got a little, like, value-y engine set up. And we are just drawing lands. Opponent gonna get in and hit us. Get in and hit us. Down to 8. Oh, brutal. All right, another starting town. Not great. Well, get in with the Awakener. Opponent gonna run out a Bitter Bloom Bear. Gonna scry and draw. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose it. We just have, I mean, we've hit the ramp deck problem, which is we made all the mana. We just didn't draw the finishers. Durham Dog, which we should be able to solve this problem. Hit ya down to 3. Well, starting town, go. I mean, we have drawn a lot of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess 7 out of 50. Actually, not that many, honestly. Opponent, Unwelcome Sprite. And, I mean, do we end up winning this with the Aurora Awakener anyway? Wow, we drew another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Block. 1, 2. Yeah, I mean, this is all we can do. Swing out. Our opponent needs something. They are fairies, so they can definitely have something, but opponent blocks. Oh, they just have a removal spell? Blocks. Wait. Huh! Wow. They had 4 cards in hand. I'm shocked. I thought for 100% they had like a removal spell or at least a flash fairy. They're a fairy deck full of flash cards. I did not expect we were going to get away with that. All right. Well, apparently an Aurora Awakener for 2 is good enough. Do you that given Wizards do you, that given Wizards' mentality to essentially make Standard feel like Commander, will we ever have a viable control deck? I know Jeskai Control is considered to be a tier deck, but it hasn't made a major top 8 since Avatar released. Meta seems so fast and degenerate. I think there will be control decks. I mean, Jeskai Control is like a legit tier deck. It's not the best in the best deck in the format, but it is a tier deck. What I don't know if we'll have again at the top of the meta is like the true, like if we go back to 90s style Control, it was a lot of just like, I'm going to play every counter spell, like 16 counter spells, 20 counter spells, and I'm just going to try to counter everything you do. I don't think that play pattern is going to come back. I think this kind of Control deck that's like a little bit tap outy with some counter spells, but like also kind of a tap out deck. I think we will see decks like that. Speaking of, I gotta ask y'all about this. Speaking of Standard being like Commander, I know this is a little off topic, but I don't know if you saw this. So Miro posted his article talking about the design of Lorwyn Eclipsed, and mentioned this mechanic that they tried, didn't make the set, called Leader. Leader, it's a companion adjacent mechanic that lets you fetch your leader once per game from your sideboard if you meet a certain condition. For example, Fairy Leader, 1 in a blue, 1 in a black, tap any number of untapped fairies you control with total power 6 or more, then you get to get the card from your sideboard, put it in your hand, only do it once a game and only as a sorcery. I am shocked. I am absolutely shocked that this was something they were even trying. I figured that companions were actually just off limits based on how it was the worst mechanic they ever, like most harmful mechanic as far as what it did to 60 card formats ever made. I was surprised that they even tried it. This means that companions, I would have thought companions were not on the table. Like, I just didn't think they were on the table at all. This means companions are on the table. Like, it is actually possible that we get more companions at some time. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared. Hey, what's up, Atari? How are you? I'm kind of scared because I just, someone mentioned Chris Patello, who I like a lot of what Chris has to say about Magic. He's someone whose opinion about Magic I do respect. But Chris Patello said basically, well, it can't really be a bad mechanic, right? If you get the power level right, any mechanic can be good. The problem with companions wasn't the mechanic. It was just too strong. And I can see where that's coming from. My counter argument to that would be, though, I think some mechanics are so hard to balance in a way that would make them, you would need somehow to make a companion that was good enough to see play, but not good enough to see play everywhere. And that seems like an incredibly narrow slice. We have not ever seen a companion that could do that. We've seen, do we keep this? This is so clunky, but we got Sonar. We do have Sonar. You know what? We're gonna mulligan. Hey, okay. Well, we're gonna start with this ley line. We're gonna have to put our friend Progenitus to the bottom, but we do get to start with the ley line of the Guild Pact. That's kind of nice. Well, now we just need to get to cast these Shriekers, and we'll be good. Kahira is like maybe the closest, I would say, although it's also one of the, I'm sorry, Chaos, is we're so many manas away from being able to cast it. Although it's also one of my least favorite of the companions, just because I feel like it's worded so awkwardly. It's like, he's playing creature free decks when it's supposed to be like a tribal card. So as much as I hate it, I feel like Yamori is just not strong enough. I feel like that falls in the like, yeah, it's safe, but it's like so safe it's not gonna see play level. So I don't know, maybe they could crack it. I'm just skeptical. It feels like a very, very narrow road to walk. And if you nail it, then it's probably fine and maybe even fun. But as we saw the last time, if you don't nail it, oh boy, things can go off the rail pretty fast. I just squealed like a little girl when I did Strifeful Search for 7 mana value creatures legal in pre-modern, Seth. Sign of Darkness is legal in pre-modern. I would pay to watch you play pre-modern Sign of Darkness. Are you a fan? Wait, 3. What is this? The spell costs 3 less if you cast another spell this turn. Oh, this is not looking great. We've hit 0 ramp. We've just played lands in a free ley line. I mean, I guess next turn we could start doing things, but our opponent has 1, 2, 3. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana for elementals. Are you getting into pre-modern Mega Magic Carp? You might like it. Ashling's Command. Copies Gigastorm Titan. Sure. And gets in. Hits us down to 10. Yeah, I think we're too far behind. So we have to play this untapped. Ouch. Play the Shimmer Creep. So we do get to gain 5. I mean, this is basically Gray Merchant. I'm just saying. It is very close to Gary. Also, I don't know. How many of you watched the video on Monday? The one about the old man, about Gary. That video made me so happy. I think out of my entire career of making Magic content, going back over 10 years now, I don't think I've ever been happier to make a video. Like, that video just makes me smile. It made me smile to make it. And I was very worst Sunderflock ever. Everything's an elemental. It makes the Scotsman, yeah. I'm just so happy. And I was very nervous because I know that just like the internet likes drama and negativity. Like, if you look on the YouTube channel, the video with the most views is the one about the most infamous cheaters in Magic, which is awesome because I think that's an interesting topic. But I was because it's just like such a heartwarming, tearjerker kind of story. Yeah, we're dead. It was just we hit our things in the wrong order. We had to mulligan. We hit our ramp late. We just did nothing. But I was a little nervous that. Yeah, Gary Campbell is a legend. I was a little nervous that people just wouldn't watch it because it was just kind of like a feel-good story, but I was blown away that people watched it and liked it. So it was nice. It made me feel like we can probably make more videos like that. I don't know how many other stories are as good as that, but hear me out. Soul Immolation for 30 with Walls of Boss 6A. I built an against odds deck like that. I did. I did. We're just going to try to ramp into it. Nice. Oh, I have Tanic. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's Wall of Boss Thing saying an Ancient Animasios that makes Soul Immolation legal in Standard. I think those are the two. My idea for it was try to make it like a reanimation deck and reanimate the big butted thing and then Soul Immolation. But the treasure plan's cool too. Old Man was deck with the that never played, but yeah, that is actually true. That does make the story wilder, doesn't it? People just like salt though. That's one thing I've learned. I mean, I like salt. Salty Magic. Needlescane, welcome to the welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for you. Thank you. I'm not even gonna kill that. I don't want to kill a cute shape. Oh, now maybe I do. Maybe we just play this thing and kill it. That seems easy. All right. I don't know. Is Explosive Prodigy a playable card? You guys, we're gonna find out. It's gonna snipe this Shapeshifter. 2 mana, up to 5 damage to a creature, but you need the colors on the battlefield. Well, this gotta be Slivers, right? They gotta be doing the Sliver thing. Well, let's play Temple Garden. And pass the turn. Put it on taps. Was the story the reason you love Mono Red Prison? Actually, no. Like, that's that story. I remember the story when it happened, but I've just always, my love of prison decks goes back to how I learned to play Magic. I'm pretty sure it's a psychological thing. But I've mentioned this before that like, when I first learned to play Magic, I learned playing against essentially prison decks, stasis locks, and so forth. So that's just how I learned to play the game. So I've always had an appreciation. I think of Magic as my first experience playing Magic was people playing like Stasis Lock and Orm's Chant Lock against me, and me trying to have to figure out, like, as someone who knew nothing about Magic, brand new to the game, how do you beat this card called Stasis? Like, it keeps tapping down my stuff. How do you beat an Isochron Scepter with an Orm's Chant? I finally realized I could use Shatter, and an instant speed while it was tapped, I could blow up the artifact, and then I get out from under the Orm's... Seriously. And then I get out from under the Orm's Chant Lock. So stuff like that. So I think that is actually the reason. Well, yeah, opponent. Man, that Chopping Changeling was right on time for our opponent here. So now our Aurora Awakener is only 2 again. Oh, that's so bad. I mean, I guess it worked last time. It's still a 7/7. Opponent. Gangly Stompling. They gotta be trying to play the Sliver thing, right? Why else would you do this? Opponent, combat, opponent. Gonna get it and hit us. Sure. We will take it out of 10. Well. Oh, Shimmer Growth. Wait, can we do that too? I think we can. Okay, that makes Aurora Awakener a little better. So we can, let's see, 1, 2. It does grow the Mauler, but so Shimmer Wild's Growth. Put it on the Steam Vents. And we will make it blue. Actually, I think black we have the least of. Let's go black. And then this taps for 3 for 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. Aurora Awakener. Be good to us, Magic gods. We need some love. Aurora Awakener says, oh my god. 3 Magic the Gathering land cards. Ooh, okay. Well, that's not ideal, I will say. Maybe this card's, when other people play it against me, it looks so good. But then when I play it, it just ramps. It just ramps. 7 mana for ramp 3. And now we might be dead. If they have removal, opponent gonna move over to the Gangly Stompling. Gonna go attacking. Gonna go attacking. Gonna go attacking. Why do I feel like we're about to die? I feel like we're about to die. Do we have to block with this and then we're down another color permanent? I think we do. All right, block. Okay, opponent's gonna kill the Aurora Awakener. We dropped to 7. Oh. Huh. Oh, we only have 2 colors of permanents. I do love Open the Way and Commander. And Stan, I was hoping to hit something that actually kept us alive, though. Do we just awaken another Sad Awakener, I guess? All right, another Sad Awakener. Aurora Awakener, grow the Mauler. Come on, non-land. Hit another Awakener, how about that? Or the Shriek, one of the Shriekers, let's draw some cards. Something. I mean, at least it's a 7/7. Yeah, the Vivid counter is nice. That is a nice way to know what colors you got at a glance. Well, okay. Slightly better than only lands. We can kill the Changeling, and we will pass the turn. Man, we're making this look hard. Hey, Messi, welcome! Good to have you on the stream. Hello, opponent. Satellite Dagger. Even this dagger calls back to what was one from original Lorwyn? It was, I remember playing it in like the original Modern Horizons draft. It was another equipment that did essentially, oh, there's the Leyline of the Guild Pact. Well, that's Leyline. Now if we draw an Aurora Awakener, then we're in business. I think we just blow them up. The Bloom Tender actually has not felt that bad. Yeah, let's just... We have so much mana. We can give up the blue. We can cast everything. Let's just Day of the Black Sun. Kill everything except the Awakener. Get rid of these annoying maulers. And then hit you with the Giant. Do you think we will revisit Throne of the Grim Captain with all the pirates, merfolks, vampires, dinos? Oh, opponent. Well, I want to do fun things, but now we're just going to have to trample over and try to kill you. You shut up. Show left our Leyline of the Guild. Man, I'm turning into a commander player playing Standard. I'm like politicking with my arena. Now that you blew up my Leyline of the Guild Pact, we're enemies. Hey, Seth, how come the background is not changing colors? It's a good question. Does anyone... Someone said there's like a setting you have to turn on. Does anyone know? So I have to double block here? All right, I guess we just attack. Opponent blocks. Wait, you die if you do this. You're taking 5. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, opponent. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You had to block with both. You had to block with both. Graphics set. All right, let's see. Let's go to these settings here real quick. See if we can make our background cool. I'm going to try to go to MagicCon Atlanta this year. I didn't go to any cons last year due to summer due to rather serious financial responsibilities. I respect that, Terry. Like, it's a bummer not to be able to go do something fun, but I definitely... Oh, do we have to do it in-game? Enable... Auto tap. You can't even turn that off. Oh, edible and match. I don't really know what the setting is. Someone said there's a setting, but I don't see a setting that does anything. I wonder graphics. Hybrid battlefields? Maybe? This one? The hybrid? All right, we'll try hybrid battlefields. All right, let's see how wild this is. Yeah, we can try the Sliver Dragon deck. See if it works. See if it even gets any wins. It's so janky, but Atlanta's a city I've never been to. I might try to make Atlanta this year. Atlanta's not a hard place to get to. I remember how hard I laughed last time you played the Throne of the Grim Captain. You top decked at the perfect time, and you got excited. You shouted, "Jim Crafton." I didn't even realize I said that until right now. I do use Untapped, although apparently it doesn't work right or something. I don't know. I don't know. I've tried for weeks now because I know you can't like hover on the cards or whatever, and I went through their whole setup. I've uninstalled and reinstalled. I've done so much stuff, and I cannot figure out why it just refuses to work. But yes, I do have Untapped. I guess we just play the Bloom Tender for now. What is the optimal Grim Capitan commander? It's a good question. It's a good question, and I'm actually not. That's a good question for the chat. I'm trying to think what would be the best Grim. I've never thought about Grim Captain as a commander card. I don't think I've ever played it in Commander even. Do we have to kill the Pilgrimage? Let's just do this. Let's just play this. No. Let's just play that, put it on white. play the Godless Shrine, and then we can use the Bloom Tender to get lost something. Not sure exactly what, but we'll figure it out. Hey, Doug! Dan Wildfire! For the 86th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh, chat is going to get asked a question. What is the question? What is the question, Doug? How's the Vivid deck? So far, it's felt fine. It's felt okay. The Abigail deck felt like really good. This one, it's felt fine. A little bit more hit or miss so far, but still fine. All right, there's the schooner. I think we just have to kill the schooner before it attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we actually have enough that we can play the Sad Aurora Awakener next turn if we want to. Might be better just to Shimmer Creep to get another color. Disruptor of Currents. I think we still kill the schooner. So we kill the schooner. Opponent's gonna bounce our Bloom Tender. Oh, it's Aurora Awakener. Well. So this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a lot of damage. All right, well, play the Bloom Tender. Multiversal Passage. I don't know, Aurora Awakener, it seems like my impression of this deck so far is if you have Leyline on the battlefield, it feels insane. But the games where we don't have Leyline, it actually seems kind of hard to make Aurora Awakener good. It feels like we've had a lot of games where Aurora Awakener's like hitting for 2 permanents, which just doesn't really feel like enough. Like, being a 7/7 Trampler, it still won us games just by beating down. But I feel like the deck really, really wants Leyline. Tassinger handing out gift subs to Nettlejank, to Fernando, Lord Disease, Panda Thunders, in Line Grid. Welcome y'all to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel like Aurora Awakener is probably better as a Reanimator target. You still need the colors, though. But yeah, I guess if you'd have a deck where you could get several colors of permanents on the battlefield and be reanimating things. Do we have like, oh, we need like a multicolor enchantment reanimation. We need like Animate Dead that's 2 colors. What do we have? Do we have anything? I'm trying to think of an enchantment that reanimates in Standard. I'm not sure we have. I know we have some like weird ones that are like these weird black cards that sort of work like reanimate. We don't just have a straight up version in Standard, though. Oh, boy. Merfolk popping off with these Disruptor of Currents. And, I mean, I think that's going to do it. Yeah. And, all right. A little bit dead. Little bit dead. You build a... Wait. What'd you say, Doug? I build a mostly black Abigail deck. Ooh. We were playing Abigail earlier. All right, one more match with this game, and we're going to move on to the next deck. Throy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank ya. We were playing some Abigail earlier, and it felt really good. I hadn't really considered... oh, the Sentry. I hadn't really considered building around as a commander. $100, that is a pretty good price for a commander deck. Yeah, it looks sweet, Doug. Well, okay. If the problem was the lack of Leyline of the guild packs, we now have multiple Leyline of the guild packs. Oh, Rakdos joins up. A. That is a multicolor 5 mana, but multicolor reanimation spell. So that would guarantee hitting at least 3 with Aurora Awakener. I can actually see that. I can actually see that working. So sideboard for Abigail and Standard, I would probably... Okay, that might be a bit much, Magic Gods. The third one might be a bit much. I'd probably be looking at very similar sideboard to the Changeling deck. Probably be looking at a very similar sideboard to something like Dimir plays in Standard. So let's play this. Put it on. Oh no. Is there a way we can make this tap for... So green... I guess it doesn't matter. We have the Leylines of the Guild pack, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I'd probably be like looking at dress effects, some graveyard hate that doesn't hit your graveyard, so no rest in pieces, but like go Soul Guide Lantern type stuff. Some more removal, especially some more interaction. I think the main deck's a little bit interaction light. Do we have to just kill this thing? You know what? I don't think this is the correct play. I think the correct play is probably killing the Unholy Annex. I want to see if this Sonar can do anything, though. When I read this card, it's so convoluted for what it's trying to do. At the beginning of your first main phase, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X non-land cards, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. So we reveal 5 non-land cards. And then for each of those colors, you can exile one of those cards, and you can cast the exiled cards this turn. So essentially, when a Saga would trigger, Cavern on Basilisk, nice, and a 3-tree mascot. Don't kill the Sonar. I want to see if this trigger even is worth it. Come on, about it. All right. Well, we're going to kill your Unholy Annex. We are going to kill your Unholy Annex. Opponent just couldn't leave well enough alone. Opponent going to play more 3-tree mascots. Sure. And another Unholy Annex. Well, okay. Get rid of one of the Unholy Annexes. Gain a bit of life. Opponent gets and hits us. I wanted to see if Sonar was worth it, opponent. Well, we draw another one of these. Put it on black. Kill the Unholy Annex. We have not drawn I just drawn the Sonar. We have drawn nothing this game. Very awkward. What do you think of Turnful Rhyme Speaker? I know it's more expensive, but did Wizards just put up the Beanstalk back in Standard since Badger Mold Cub exists? Wait, what is this card? I don't even know this card off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to look it up. Tanful Rhyme Speaker. 4 mana 2/4. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or later, draw a card. I mean, I can see the similarities. Wait a minute. Hey, chat. Who was it, chat? It was one of you. It was multiple. There was more than one of you. Chat. Remember all of you saying add Progenitus to the deck? Remember? I don't know if anyone's gonna admit it now. This is an example of why Progenitus should not be in this deck. It's cool. Like it's super cool if we like actually do Aurora Awakener and then actually spin into it. There's like if all those things go right, it's hilarious, and I do love cards like that. But as far as actually trying to win games, it's just so uncastable that that's kind of the issue. It's just outside of spinning into it with Aurora Awakener, it's just like skipping your draw step. I'm just teasing y'all. I'm just teasing you. I mean, at the same time, it's also I don't know, like one of those tricks plays. When it works, everyone thinks you're a genius. When it doesn't work, like it's very possible that we cast Aurora Awakener and spin into Progenitus and laugh hysterically as we win, and then we would have felt like really smart for putting Progenitus in the deck. I gotta say. So far, we're gonna move on to the next deck. We went 2 and 3 with Vivid. Vivid seems inconsistent. I think that would be my take on Vivid. Abigail felt great. Vivid, it just felt inconsistent to me. When we have things go right, it felt like it could be very powerful. And Aurora Awakener did seem like it might be a good card. Maybe. I know sometimes it felt like it was really good and sometimes it felt like it was not very good. So I don't know. I'm not really sure about Vivid. I do think there's still potential there, but it definitely felt a little bit clunky around the edges. Hey, what's up, the Great Destroyer? How are you? We'll try. People have been asking for the slivers. We'll do slivers in the Meek attack. How about that? So this is a changeling deck. This is an against odds deck. It is 100% an against odds deck. It might show up on against odds. It's against odds though, like 100%. The idea is you can play other payoffs, but the upside of changelings is they're all creature types, right? So we have 2 cards in the deck that take advantage of that. Thrumming Hive Pool wants a lot of slivers because it has affinity for slivers. It gives your slivers double strike and haste. On your upkeep, you make 2 1/1 slivers. So this means all of our changelings get haste, all of our changelings get double strike, plus we get a bunch of random slivers. The other payoff, there is no 1-mana changeling in standard, unfortunately. That would have been so helpful for this deck. I call the Spirit Dragon. Dragons have indestructible that we control, which means all of our changelings, at the beginning of upkeep, we put a counter on each dragon we control. At the beginning of our upkeep, for each color, we put a +1/+1 counter on a dragon we control of that color. And then if you put a +1/+1 counter and 5 dragons, that way you win the game. Mostly making your things indestructible. I think green, red, white, black, blue. It is possible to win the game with Call the Spirit Dragon. It would take it's kind of like Tomer's type deck or tribal deck. So let's give it a shot. Why no Unholy Annex? I mean, you could play Unholy Annex. I guess it really depends. I mean, anything that is some sort of creature type payoff. You play Throne of the Grim Captain. I just thought that these were the 2 funniest. Like, basically, I thought these were the two funniest payoffs. So those were the ones I went with. But you could play Unholy Annex. You could play Throne of the Grim Captain. Any of those you could play. Ooh, Mox. I wonder if Mox Jesper is Mox Jesper worth it. Is Mox Jesper add a mana of the color? Add 1 mana of any color. Activate only if you control a dragon. Oh, now you got me thinking about it. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, let's just run it and see how it feels. Yeah, that's one of the cool things about having all these changelings though, right? Is there are a lot of just weird against odds possibilities that I think is super fun. There's still these are the best changelings I think we've ever seen, as far as they're more on rate than any changelings we've seen in the past. Also a reminder, as we get to the middle of the stream, that our sponsor is Card Kingdom. If you need some magic cards, you can make cardkingdom.com/MTG Well, that's a bunch of slivers. We got a bunch of slivers. We got a whole bunch of slivers. I guess we put this on. I mean, our mana is gonna be fine. We'll put it on green. So these slivers, they are slivers. These changelings are the most on curve of changelings that we've ever gotten. They're still a little bit. Ooh, that's a hive stone though. I would still say they're a little bit below the curve though. They're better than the versions we've gotten in standard in the past. I would say Modern Horizons level, outside of the lack of 1-drops. Yeah, no 1-drops is rough. Ooh, Searslay. Oh, it's a goblin deck. Searslays are gonna make a goblin, sure. Well, let's play a Blooming Marsh. Play the Tarian Mauler. Get down a little bit of a blocker, perhaps. During your turn, it has first strike. Well, I guess we might as well attack, because we're not going to block with it. Oh, we're so close to getting down the Thrumming Hive Pool. What are some other... Yeah, Goblin Aristocrats. I'm very excited about. Is there a deck list for the Abigail deck? Yes. if you go to the article that's linked in the deck page, Dosen, it is called Esper Abigail, but that's where all of our deck lists are today. Ooh, Dropkick Bomber. Dropkick Bomber is very sweet for the Goblin Aristocrat deck because it's also like a sack outlet, essentially. Opponent hits us, makes more goblins. This is not looking great. Not looking great. We play a Starting Toad. The other thing is, okay, so help me with this, chat. Help me with this. Yeah, that is true. Ron Walker was very good. Do you think the Dragon Enchantment is worth it? Do you think the Dragon Enchantment is worth it? Or should we play another tribal payoff? Because the Dragon Enchantment has a very high cost on our mana base. I actually built multiple versions of this deck because of that. There's a very high cost on the mana base to play the Dragon Enchantment. Hey, anytime, Dosen. Very high cost in the mana base to play the Dragon Enchantment. Does it add enough? Or could we play another... another tribal payoff instead? So that's the real question is, if we cut that, what is the next best? What is the next best tribal payoff? Well, let's get on Hive Pool. I think, are we dead? They only have 2 mana. Do we just... Oh, they have max speed. They have infinite mana. Oh, yeah, we are dead. We're super dead. Well, we're going to swing with everything because we're dead anyway. Because they're max speed. So this makes all the mana. They send everything in the air with flying. They swing and we die. Progenitus. It's Progenitus. Annex just to draw cards. The other one I thought of is, hey, Dose of the Falling Leaf for the 2nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Zookeeper doesn't work, right? Because they're all humans, along with being every other creature type. Chronicle of Victory. I thought about Throne of the Grim Captain is actually kind of funny. Because then if they kill our changelings, we can get them back with Throne of the Grim Captain. Thanks for the great content, Seth. What's the best way to support me? Well, supporting Goldfish supports me directly because I work for Goldfish. So any support of Goldfish is also supporting me. Really, like, I mean, I guess if you're trying to support financially, I guess like donating is fine. But really the biggest thing is just like, I don't know, watching videos, share them with your friends if you like them, stuff like that. That's what actually does the most for me personally. So in your opinion, could a modern deck from 4 years ago be viable in historic? Opponent, all right, opponent's just pop in off. Yes, opponent, pop off. Oh, there's also, yeah, Patreon. We have the Patreon, and we also have, on the Commander YouTube, there's also subscriptions or whatever. Premium? What do they call them on YouTube? I don't actually remember. But yeah, you can also subscribe places like that. You can subscribe on Twitch. But really, I mostly just, I like people to watch the videos and share them if they like them. All right, let's look at this deck real quick, because here's what I'm thinking. So let's drop that. What do you think of this? If I duplicate this, does this look better to you? Because this mana base can be way funnier, but this mana base will not work with Call the Spirit Dragon. Because the funniest mana base, I will show you momentarily, is actually kind of beautiful in a horrible way. It just does not, you can't play Call the Spirit Dragon with it. But if we go way down here, there's actually a lot. Oh, this is not set on standard, is it? Limited. All right. if we go down here, we have Cavern of Souls, can name changelings, Broccoli Ranch. All of our changelings happen to be mounts, so we can play Broccoli Ranch as a 5-color land. We have Jasmine Dragon Tree Shop because they're all allies. We have Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon because they're all dragons, and then Secluded Courtyard because we can choose whatever creature type we want, and then that's basically our mana base. I don't even know. Starting Town. But if we do this, we cannot. 3 tree. We can play one. 3 trees just so. It's so clunky. I was so hyped for that card. That was one of my picks for like one of the best cards in its set, and it's just been so slow. So we can play a mana base like this. Our mana, we can name the funny things. It's going to be perfect every time. The problem is we cannot cast any colored spells that are not changelings. So we have to cut the removal. I'm not sure, like, we can play Throne of the Grim Captain. That's pretty funny. And then I guess we could play, like, Roaming Throne. Does that double? I mean, I guess that actually double triggers a decent amount of stuff. Zuko's Exile. What about Encroaching Dragonstorm? Zuko's Exile does work. It is 5 mana. That we can. Ooh. Oh, we can't. Oh. All right, hang on. We're gonna have to do this. All right, here I gotta. Yeah. Arena during early access day is weird. Does anyone? Okay, tell me, chat, before I do this. Is there the changeling removal is probably the way to go? Does anyone know? Is there a way I can do this without exporting a new deck? The one thing I've never figured out on early access day is how to add new cards to the deck without like actually importing them, because they just don't show up for me. What if I do not collected? Still doesn't show up. So yeah, there's just. Yeah, it doesn't work. All right, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. I do think this build is probably gonna be funnier. One second. All right, there we go. Let's import this. There's gotta be a better way of doing this. There's no way that you can't just add a card to your deck on early access day, because that is a incredibly clunky system if it is. So now we can play Crib Swap, because that's a shapeshifter. We can play Nameless Inversion, because that's a shapeshifter. We can play Throne of the Grim Captain. So we just need to like cut a couple. How many changelings do we have? 24. So maybe we go like 2 Throne of the Grim Pharaohs and 3 each of the removal spells. All right, let's try this. I feel like this mana base is way more interesting. The Re-slivering. Son of Slivers. All right, let's switch it over. The first one just felt like, I don't know. The dragon enchantment's funny, but it just doesn't seem especially realistic. And the cost on the mana base is just so high. So let's see if Slivers 2, the Re-slivering, too fast, too slivery. We do have the most perfect mana available. Hey Seth, I lack wild cards, but this deck makes me want to see a tribal deck in Standard. Mind giving it a shot for Against the Odds? I imagine that we will see some Standard tribal. I mean, we're kind of doing it right now, but I imagine that we'll get a video of some sort of Standard tribal deck during Lorwyn Eclipsed season. Oh, it's a change format issue. Okay, I'll try that next time. Thank you. All right. I mean, we'll try this. We got a bunch of slivers. Got a handful of dragons. A whole bunch of badgers. What's your favorite creature type, chat? What's your favorite, like... What's your favorite hipster creature type? Like, I don't want to hear dragon. I don't want to hear elf. What's your favorite bad creature type? What is the funniest creature type that we can pick here? Oof is pretty good. Alien. Alien's 2 universes beyondy. Zubera. All right, let's go. Let's go Zubera. Zubera, I like Zubera. Zubera's Brushwag. Brushwag's a good one. All right, we can just pass. We have this flash. We have this sneaky changeling. The Mystevious. Also, the changeling art's just so goofy. It's so good. Opponent. Spyglass. Siren. Oof. Oh, I'll have to check. I don't know if Gamer is... My guess is no, but maybe. What the horse's face ones from Lorwyn? Noogle? Noogle, yes. Noogle. I don't even know what a Noogle is, but it exists on Lorwyn. Hey, can't counter our Zubera here, opponent. Haha. Joke's on you. You can try. Okay, opponent does not try. All right, what's our next choice, chat? Gamer? Gamer is not on Arena. Demigod. Atog. It's gotta be. I love Atogs. Let's go Atogs. Oh, go. Clown. Is Clown down here? Oh, Clown. Clown's pretty good. Clown's pretty good. That's. Oh, what about Homerid? Homerid. Ooh, Homerid. Homerids are underrated. I do not know why Homerids do not get more respect. But we'll go with Clown. We'll go with Clown. How about Clown? That's a good one. We just spent so much time trying to choose a meme creature name. How about a Mutable Explorer? How about a Mutable Explorer? Oh, Coward's also good. All right, so we get a Mutavault in Standard. What do you think of cards like this, chat? Do you like these cards that make other cards, like Mutavault token, for example? Ropes and then calls. We weren't calling our opponent a clown. Opponent cracks. Wait. Huh? Is that correct? Is it correct that? Oh, my understanding of the rules were, but it didn't happen, was that tokens go to the graveyard, right? Isn't a token a permanent that goes to the graveyard? I'm actually kind of confused, because our opponent definitely cracked a map. We're kind of in trouble here. We've only drawn clowns, and apparently they're not good enough to win with. Oh, wait, does it say permanent? Oh, it says card. Okay. It's so funny. Yeah, so the issue is, all right, yeah. It says card. So the issue is tokens are not cards. So while they are permanents, they don't count as cards, which maybe not the most intuitive because they literally are cards. Like quite literally they are a card, but by the rules, they don't actually count as cards. So that's the issue. Oh yeah, this deck is, I would guess this is like a 10% win rate deck. I built this deck with the intention of playing it for like against the odds, or like maybe a budget version of it for like a against the oddsy budget Magic. But yes, I would be, if we win a game with this deck, I will be thrilled. If we can get a single win, I will be ecstatic. Yeah, you got it. Oh, I totally missed the comments. I'm sure there probably were. I'm so used to the furious comments. Here's one I didn't know. In that video Monday, I still don't know. So many people said it must be true. I have said ELO rating my entire life. Literally 20 years. ELO. For the rating system that they use in Magic and also chess and some other things. But I've always said ELO. And then I did that video Monday, and there's like 100 comments, maybe not quite that many, but a lot of comments from people saying, actually, it's Elio, and it's not an abbreviation. It's after a guy's name. It's named after the guy who came up with the system. Did you know that? Is that a real thing, or is it a mass trolling campaign in response to the video? Elio pro player Elio Concise. Elo. Do people, am I the only one that says ELO then? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's the pronunciation I've heard other people use my entire life. So I always said ELO. The Elio light, or yeah. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, go. Elo. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. How about we're gonna go Homerid this time. See, our opponent will have no idea what we're doing. Homerids in my standard. Oh, I don't feel bad. I was actually more just curious if they were trolling me. All right, chat. Funniest creature type we haven't used yet. Go. Someone hit me with something good. Oh, they don't have Beeble. Well done. They don't have zombie employees on here. They have the clowns, but they don't have zombie employees. I guess we just Mutable Explorer. I mean, I think the way this deck realistically wins is it's really the card that can make it work is Thrumming Hive Pool. Like, if we can just turbo out a Thrumming Hive Pool, I think everything having double strike and haste. Oh, it's an Oko. It's an Oko. Okay. Interesting. Opponent gonna shrink the Mutable Explorer. We draw a not great nameless inversion. We do have a Mutavault though. So we can fire up the Mutavault. Go to combat. Hit the Oko. How good do you think this Oko is? Do you think this Oko is actually good? Oh, right. They printed one in black border. It makes me think Infinity, because that was clowns and zombie employees. Elo. Mutable Explorer. Wait, are you playing a Changeling deck? Should I be playing this in a Changeling deck? Yeah, sure. Sure, give it all creature types again. Well, bad news, opponent. We're Slivers. Ha ha! And you thought we were a Beeble deck. And you thought we were Beebles. I'm enjoying this way too much just because I get to choose silly names. This might actually be the reason to play the deck, is you just get to choose funny names and make jokes about them. Oh, riggers! That's right. Riggers do exist. Do you think our opponent was expecting? Oh no, that kills our opponent. That's not cool, opponent. All right, Wistfulness blows up our Thrumming Hive Pool. Well, I mean, I guess we just have to do it again and hope they don't keep drawing that. Wistfulness seems kind of good. Zuberas are legit. They're legit. They are, as far as against the odds tribes, Zubeira is like up there. It is up there. Ashling Rekindle. I actually think this Ashling might be kind of good. So opponent might be elementals? Elemental changelings? Okay, they're definitely elementals. Flame Braider, sure. Opponent gonna get in and hit us. We will take it. Down to 14. Well, here comes some actual slivers. Well, we can Tarian Mauler. We probably got to try to kill this Oko, right? So if we nameless inversion Ashling, we can go to combat. Oko, and face. Yeah, let's do that. 3 at Oko, 1 at face. So this gets rid of the Oko for sure. Our opponent can give up their Flame Braider if they want to. I mean, Thrumming Hypel is actually, like, kind of a card. All right. Whoa! Okay, there we go. Oko. I was going to say that Oko's supposed to die, right? All right, Oko is down. All right. Wistfulness versus Beebles. Opponent, Ashling Rekindled returns. Grows Artarian Mauler. Much scarier with Double Strike. Opponent, are we going to discard? Pitches a forest, draws, not a wistfulness. I need this high pull. All right, just to land. Sure, opponent. Thinking. Passing. Here comes the Slivers. Oh! Wait, what is the actual... Exile the 4 from among permanents. Wait. Wait. Oh! Oh, is Throne of the Grim Pharaoh busted? Can we craft Throne of the Grim Captain? I don't know what did I say Throne of the God Pharaoh? Wait, if I'm reading this correctly, pay for exile 4 from among permanents you control or cards in your graveyard. Can I craft with this nameless inversion in my graveyard? I feel like I should be able to. That's weird, but I feel like that works. Well, let's play Throne of the Grim Capitan. And I don't even think we attack. We're just going to wait. We're going to pass. I kind of want to see... Well, the reminder text doesn't say permanent for the graveyard. It says, among permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard. Not permanent cards, just cards. Yeah, I'm curious now. If we get to untap, we're definitely going to try it just because I want to know. Because if it actually works, I'm probably going to try to build a deck around that because that's actually kind of hilarious. We'll mill a couple of cards. Make a couple slivers. Untap. Cavern of Souls. All right, creature type. Go. What do we got, chat? What do we got that's funny? Assembly worker, barbarian. What? Metathran? What is a Metathran? I didn't even know Metathran was a thing. What set is Metathran from? Well, let's see if this works. Craft. We will craft with a U. Oh my god, it's working. It's working. It's working. Oh my god. We crafted with a spell. Oh, Throne of the Grim Pharaoh might be legit. It might actually be legit. It might actually be good. It is so much easier. Like, if you can just craft this with removal spells, is that not actually kind of busted? I feel like that's actually kind of busted. Metathran were Urza's Anti-Phyrexians and Invasion block. Oh. Huh. That is worth noting. That is worth noting. So now, now I'm going to have to go back and look at crafting. I did not even consider that could be a thing. I thought you had to craft with permanents. Just because that's how we haven't had spells like this in Standard. Interesting. Huh. It seems like this should make Throne of the Grim Captain way better. I mean, the Grim Captain's got to get in there. We didn't do all this work to make a Grim Captain. To not attack with it. Opponent gonna lightning bolt us. Gonna find a land. We want, yeah, I believe so. When it attacks Each bonus acts a permanent. Then you put an exiled creature card. So you can craft with a spell only from your graveyard, but you can't put it into play with Grim Captain. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not that exciting. How good is a 7/7 Menace Trample? But I mean, you're going to also probably craft with at least maybe like 1 or 2 actual things. Yeah, I don't know. The Broccoli Ranch. Made out of silicone rubber, broccoli wood. All right, now we will attack with everything. The Grim Captain. We will get a Mutable Explorer. Make another Mutable. Okay, this actually, did we break it, chat? Did we break it? Is the secret the Grim Captain? Oh, I mean, this deck's still jank, but that synergy is super cool. We did win here, right? Oh, all right. Got him. Does Galton Mavrin count as both when exiling? No, you need... Otherwise, if that worked, then you'd be able to just exile like one changeling. So it does need to be 4 cards. So Galton Mavrin could count as a dinosaur or a vampire, but it's only going to count as one of them. So essentially get your choice. Do you want it to count as a dinosaur or a vampire? But either way, you always have to exile 4 things. There's no cheating on it. Otherwise, changelings would just be insanely busted with it. Well, all right, we have the Thrumming Hive pool. We could use some more changelings. Well, okay, chat. Let's see. How about Aurochs? Aurochs are underrated. No, oh, Dreadnought. Dreadnought illusion. It's not a trick, it's an illusion. Pentavite. All right, thank you, chat. Pentavite. Don't worry, we have 2 more coming. So keep the suggestions coming because we still have another cavern and a secluded courtyard on the way. Oh, we haven't done Goat yet. Goat's a good one. Ooh, Performer. Is Performer on? Performer might be on here. Hired Claw. Hired Claw. All right, let's see. Performer is on here, but we're gonna go Goat. Of course. Of course. If only there was an option for Seductive Goat. Placeholder. Sand. Ooh, Sand. I'm gonna have to check and see if Sand's on here. I'm having way too much fun with these creature types. This deck might not be good, but oh, opponent, are you just playing mono red? Mono red on early access day. Nymph Goat. Oh no. Okay, they're a nymph. We got a nymph and a goat. We did it. We did it. We have a seductive goat. We should have done it in the opposite order, but still, we built our own seductive goat mana base. I love Magic. I love and I love all y'all. You make this so much fun. Hamster. Oh yeah, we have hamsters now, opponent. Getting frisky with the Hired Claw with the Stadium Headliner. Oh, they're probably gonna sack the Headliner and kill it, right? Yup. Well, there's still one more naming coming. At least. Oh, actually 2, 3 city names too. Secluded Courtyard. Q. How is that a creature type? I'm just saying. How is that a creature type? What is a Q? Capybara. Capybara. Oh yeah, I guess. Oh, maybe that's the actual game. Since we have so many of these, can we spell something out with our lands if we put them in the proper order? Wait, Spuzum. Oh, Spuzum. Oh, it's the one of. Okay, it's just a one-off Final Fantasy creature type. So what interesting creature types could we get this year? What is the creature type in Star Trek? With the fingers. The finger thing. Klingon? Klingon. Do you think we'll get Klingons? Do you actually think... I actually think it's interesting. Do you think it's correct for Wizards to make Klingons or Vulcan or whatever? Like... do you think that's correct? And then when we go to... I don't know. Star Wars, you get Wookiees and whatever. Or would it be better if they were all just like aliens? And then you could build an alien deck that had like some Star Trek cards and some Star Trek cards and had some oh, we need one more. We need one more. Klingon. Inkling. That's not that funny. Advisor, alien, archer, ape, assassin, basilisk. Ah! All right, that's good. That's good. That's very good. I don't even know if that's going to tap for mana now. Is our mischievous sneakling a placeholder subtype 470? I was looking for 420, but there was all in the 470s. 467. All right. I don't know what's happening anymore. Opponent gonna go attacking with their Hired Claw in their stadium headliner. If they go to sack the stadium headliner, let's see what they do here. If they go to sack the stadium headliner, oh, they're not? Okay, well, we're just gonna block then. If they sack the stadium headliner, then we can crib swap the Hired Claw. They're gonna full price Burst Lightning. All right, Sneakling. Oh, it's working. It is working. We are up to 3 placeholder 470s. Oh, well, I think I know where we're going with this one. How about a placeholder 480? We're moving up in the world. Weird clown human. Yeah, that's the next level is trying to actually write out some sentences here. All right, save us, Thrumming Hive Pool. Storm Devil, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. There's no 69, there's no 420, no 67. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you. So what do you think the placeholders actually are? Is this for like a new creature type coming up in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that we haven't seen that they're like testing or something? Why is there a placeholder creature type that exists? What is our... Oh, our opponent's just playing mono red with a Boulder Dash and... All right, hey. And they're... I mean, I was going to give our opponent a pass, but their name is Janksta. Janksta added Boulder Dash to mono red. Well done, Janksta. This Throne of the Grim Captain. Now we just die to the Hired Claw if they attack, right? Wait, why? Oh, we drew all the lands that say creature spell. That's hilarious. We drew 2 caverns and 3, yeah. So we can Throne of the Grim Captain, but we still just die. Hey, what's up, Blueberry? Yeah, the set is awesome. Fairies. Yeah, those were the wrong lands to draw. Fairies have looked, I don't know. We haven't played with them. We've played against them. Let's do one more with this, and then we're going to move on to another deck. Moxie, you're right. I don't know if we can afford just like... Do you think the ramp is... It's like legendary... I don't know. I don't know if it's worth... Like, it would make the deck more explosive, but we're exploding into 3-mana 1/2s. Oh, Abigail deck. The Abigail deck was easily the deck we played so far that felt the most insane. Not even close. I kind of want to try... I feel like I promised someone we'd try something next. Oh, I said I'd try the Meek Attack deck. Meek Attack and Doran. Those sounds like a good plan. Oh, Big Booty with the Blight Burn card. Yeah, I haven't... So I build a deck with that. That one's probably gonna be more of an against odds deck, I think. I take it you came up with Mirror Form. What do you use for a finisher? My plan was to play permanent base control until you can Mirror Form Sephiroth. Ooh, Sephiroth is a good one. Sephiroth legend rolling a bunch of times. I ended up, I think the funniest I came up with. So Ancient Adamantios is pretty funny because then you just like, and when it dies, you get a ton of treasures. So that was my first choice. So Ancient Adamantios, Nexus of Becoming, you get a bunch of those and then go to combat and you're just gonna like draw a ton and make a ton of tokens. I also think that Demonic Pact is kind of funny. You do have to wait till your upkeep to win, but it is funny. So those were the three I was thinking of. Opponent's going to evoke a Deceit Thought Seize mode. Well, let's flash in a little Sliver here. Ooh, Airship sounds funny. Yeah, it looks sweet, Chaos. It's gonna be, I don't know. I wanna mess around with it because I'm really not sure how hard or easy it's gonna be to pull off. I'll get in and hit ya. Play a feisty Spikeling. Oh, Slith is a good one. Oh no, you're good. You're not spoiling anything. You're fine. I usually try to avoid like playing a video on stream and oh. All right, well that's looks like game. Oh, about it, Lush Portico. Well, play the Broccoli Ranch. Yeah, I guess we just pass into an end step. Well, I mean the Broccoli Ranch. If we can hit some changelings, that would be nice. Vibrance, sure. Ramping in a mirror form is going to leave you with no decent targets to actually mirror form on. I mean, the other thing about mirror form is I think a decent chunk of the time. Well, chopping changeling is actually kind of nice here. I feel like a decent chunk of the time, you might just end up hitting your opponent's stuff. Well, let's get rid of this ley line. Gonna actually make our opponent try to have a real mana base. And pass the turn. I mean, we're somehow kind of still sort of in this. I think the biggest issue with this deck is if we don't get a payoff. If we don't get a payoff, it feels kind of bad. Yeah, we'll just let it go. Kill the Vibrance. Come on, deck. Starting town, all right? Starting town, go. Like, the changelings aren't good enough on their own. I feel like we might have to try to figure out some more additional possible payoffs. The ranch seems good, though. Being able to put the cards that whip on the bottom's nice. So now we're not drawing a land. Instead, it's a feisty Spikeling. How about a feisty Spikeling? Oh. Well, okay. That's unfortunate and probably game. Or not. All right. No. Or I will say the more I see people cast Aurora Awakener, the more it seems a little bit mid. It seems hard to actually hit. Oh, wait. Decline. We're keeping that one. Oh, or trade Aurora Awakener us, will ya? Aurora Awakener us, will ya? How about the Grim Capitan? Oh, maybe we just played more Grim Cap. Maybe Grim Captain is actually what this deck's about. I guess we don't even actually take the nameless inversion. We want all the creatures. All right. How about that? How about throwing to the Grim Captain? Your go opponent. Oh, come on. No more Awakeners. No more Awakeners. No. Ashling Rekindled. Okay. Gonna do some looting. Discards a land. into... Hold. Hold. We need this Grim Captain. It does have hexproof. Vibrance. Okay. Gonna kill the Spikeling. Gonna search for a land. Is there any way this is enough? Opponent, survey a land. Mills it. Are we getting in? Yes. Opponent gets in. I mean, this means we get to get him back, though, with Lifelink. And Immutable Explorer. Well, I mean, we will go to combat. Grim Captain. Headshot. Corymon Monastery. Desperation. Into Ashling's command. Pretty sure our opponent can't cast that, right? There's no way they can cast that. So we will put the Chomping Changeling into play. Blow up one of the ley lines of the Guild Pact. Hit our opponent. Down to 4. Oh, there's the board. It's shifting in our favor. It's the advantage bar. They built an advantage bar into Arena. I think it just goes by life total, though. I don't think it's an actual advantage bar. Well, let's play Mutable Explorer. Get a Mutavault. And then which of these do we kill? What is the right one to kill? Oh, to the end of your next turn. Yeah, I guess it's got to just be Bloom Tender. All right. That's what we got. Go ahead. Opponent. Untaps. Draws. Are we flipping the Ashling? Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I thought you would try to trade with the Grim Captain, but apparently our opponent just does not care about Grim Captain. So opponent doesn't really have anything great to copy. I mean, what? Make 2 treasures and then, I don't know, kill our 2 ground creatures? Make 2 treasures, draw 2? All right, 2 treasures, draw 2, sure. Divination. They build a Divination. Fancy Divination. What 4 choices would Saffron Olive's command have? And what would a fair cost be? Oh. Emptiness. Okay. Oh, so the 4 modes on Saffron Olive's command. So target land becomes a mountain. Draw a card. Copy target activated or triggered ability. And what would the 4th one be? Those are the first 3 that I think of. What would a good 4th choice be? Blink is pretty good. Blink is pretty good. And then what would the cost be? So turn a land into a mountain. Draw or blink. I mean, I'm thinking it would have to be like Jeskai-ish. Maybe it's Jeskai colors, which feels a little bit weird, but based on the effects, that seems like it makes the most sense. Yeah, I mean, let's Grim Captain. You know, what else are we doing? Grim Capitan getting in. We will get a Machivia Sneakling. Opponent. He is going to do some blocking and some blocking. Well, I mean, I think we just... Yeah, I mean, I guess we just kill the Aurora Awakener. Nameless Inversion. The Ashling. And well, we just gotta hope our opponent doesn't draw anything. Wall of Chaos! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Will Richard ever do a One Piece spin-off channel and name it OP Goldfish? I thought that was possible like a year ago or 6 months ago. Jeez, alright. Alright, opponent's randomly playing Summon Bahamas. Sure. Dogamith, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super here for you. Thank you. Good afternoon. Who else is going to pre-release? Yeah, pre-release. I've heard people saying that their pre-releases have been like sold out, and like people are super hyped for this set. Yeah, I mean, our opponent spinning into Summon Bahamut is not a card that we can actually beat. The Changelings do not have the cards to actually. Oh, a Fog Effect would also be good. Yeah, we're actually dead. Oh. Well, I guess we're not dead. I mean, Crib Swap is an answer to Summon Bahamut. The game will continue. We're not dead yet. The Slivers are holding on. How is Oko look to other? Has anyone else seen Oko in action? We've seen one person play Oko so far, and it soaked up some attacks, I guess, but it never really did anything other than +2 to soak up some damage. Yeah, that's a new addition. I always hit Summon Bahamut. My God, come on now, Magic Gods. So they're playing more than one Summon Bahamut, and they're drawing them all in a row. And our Broccoli Ranch is just not going to keep up with this. It's not going to keep up. Ranch. I mean, yeah, we'll take it. We might as well. But we actually really, truly need to hit another Crib Swap. Or else we die, right? So we draw. Well, there's the Throbbing Hive Pool, way too late. So we got a Broccoli Ranch. Got to be a Crib Swap. Well, I mean, that would have been good if our opponent hadn't spun into every Summon Bahamut. Yup! Oh, he's cracking me up. Spins into 2 Summon Bahamuts in a row off of the one of Korea Mountain Monastery. And then nices up the Aurora Awakener, and then nices up the Rex Sage. They're playing a ton of Summon Bahamuts. Oh, yeah, I guess we could have killed the Summon Bahamut, you're right. It doesn't look like an enchantment. I will admit, this does not look like an enchantment. Found it getting in. Aurora Clone, that could be funny. Yeah, good game. Alright, Changelings. Yeah, you could play Aurora, a bunch of clones, and then a way to give haste maybe, so you can actually win the game. That would be a funny idea. The problem is it hits lands though. You'd have to play a lot of clones. I don't know. It would be funny. It would be like a high risk. I wonder what the math is. Because you'd have to play Leyline, or else it's not going to do anything. You'd have to play Leyline. You got to play Ramp too, right? It's 7 mana. I wonder if you can get the math in a way that it would actually work. I wonder. It's interesting though. It would be funny if it did. The game where you just put everything into play would be funny. All right, people want to try Meek Attack. We'll try Meek Attack. I got distracted. I'm not sure if you answered this, but what do you think of Nameless Inversion in Standard? So Nameless Inversion, I think, most likely going to be relevant in decks like, well, we were just playing the Slivers deck. I think it's mostly like, if you have synergies involving creature types, then I think it's good. Would you play it in just like Dimir aggro with no synergies? You just play Shoot the Sheriff or something. So I think it's not going to be something that shows up in most decks, but I do think there are most likely going to be decks that it will be very good in. Like that last deck, we couldn't cast any other removal spells, and Nameless Inversion does something that only it and Crib Swap really do, which is let us play removal in a deck that's playing that all Cavern of Souls mana base. So Mirror form the Sliver. Ooh. So this deck, we're trying to Meek attack. Meek attack lets us put a creature with total power and toughness of 5 or less from around the battlefield with haste. Got a sack of being on the next end step. What are we trying to put into play? Threefold Thunderhawk. It's a 0/0, but it comes in play with 3 counters, makes 3 1/1s, and then when it attacks, makes 3 more 1/1s. So we get 6 1/1s to stick around, and we hit you with the Thunderhawk. Famish Worldsire, a 0/0, but it devours 3 lands and gets counters for each one we devour. And then we put a whole bunch of lands into play from our deck, and it has ward 3. So in theory, this could kill our opponent if we had a bunch of lands in play. Prime Speaker Zagana, good second target. Comes in, gets a bunch of counters, draws us a bunch of cards. Otherwise, we got Smuggler's Surprise as a backup to cheat things into play, and then a bunch of Badger Mole Cubs trying to ramp us into it. So that is the plan. The Jolly Noggle, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you. What about Tolsimir? Yeah, I'm not playing a sneak attack to try to put a 5/5 into play. not spectacular. Not spectacular enough for me. Not spectacular enough. I mean, I think it's probably fine, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem that big. Like, you're spending 5 total mana for the first thing you put into play. So Tolsimir, you're essentially just paying Tolsimir's price, and then you get the upside that in the future you can put more things into play. But I don't know. If I'm playing a sneak attack, I want to put big things into play. Random encounter, we just don't have enough creatures. Like, the odds, I thought about it, but we just don't have enough big things, or enough creatures, period, that it's going to hit with any amount of consistency. The Bills, yeah. Ooh. All right, if we can find a finisher, this sounds pretty good. I guess we can Smuggler's Surprise to dig. Well, Breeding Pool. Go. Yeah, the Bills, they pulled it off. I honestly, and this is probably another fairy deck, so it's probably famous last words, but personally, I'm less scared of the Broncos this weekend than I was of the Jaguars. I thought the Jaguars were a tough one. I think the team I'm most scared of is actually the Texans. If the Bills got to play the Texans, I don't think they can beat them, which is funny, but I think their defensive line is so brutal that I'm not sure the Bills can hold up to it. But I don't know. This one will be fun because Krim likes the Broncos, so we get a little goldfish rivalry going on. We're gonna get down our Meek attack. So if we ever draw something big, it's coming into play with haste. Hey, Giants are looking up. I'm telling you. Give it like 2 years. Give it 2 years, and I bet you're gonna be very happy to be a Giants fan. Like, I feel like the Giants have a lot of good young players. You have a quarterback now, you got a bunch of good young players, and assuming they're kind of smart, they should be able to hire, like, a really good coach. And if they end up with, like, a Harbaugh or something, I feel like the Giants end up very good. I think we have to just do this now. I think we have to just do this now to see if we can hit something. Okay. Well, take the Thunderhawk. I think we have to take the Mountain awkwardly. I think we have to take the Mountain so we can double sneak attack next turn. We need to hope we draw... Oh, we need to hope we draw something, though. We don't have something else to sneak attack. But taking the Thunderhawk, if we can also find like a Famished Worldsire or something, Bona gonna take up the Kaido, get in some more damage. Bona, Kaido, getting in, gonna hit us down to 8. The light is fading. It's almost to Appa. Appa, eat a lettuce, buddy. There you go. Do we sneak attack a Badger Mole Cub? Probably not. That sounds like a silly plan. Play a Badger Mole Cub. That might be fine. So let's play a Badger Mole Cub. See if our opponent interacts with it. Oh, boot it. Spell Stutter. Alright, sure. Well, fair enough, opponent, fair enough. In that case, we're just gonna have to smack you. Threefold Thunderhawk. And opponent's going, no way. Oh. Wow, the odds of that. The odds of that are so low. Harley, I think our opponent missed that. Yeah, they got it. They got it because of that. Heartless Act is a absolutely stone unplayable card in Standard because of Earthbend and Badger Mole Cub. It is literally, you cannot put that card in your deck. But our opponent not only chose to put it in their deck, but actually got the ultimate payoff. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. I don't know. All right, sure. Oh, sure. Good game, opponent. Good game. My God. Putting it in their desk to mess with Blight decks. I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to beat the Blight deck the 1% of the time you play it and lose to the Badger Mole Cubs of 40%, that is a deck building choice you can make. I mean, I guess maybe people are thinking, oh, I can remove counters from my Moonshadow or something. Maybe there's some amount of synergies, but yeah, even that, like, it just seems like you remove 3. Is it worth spending a card to remove 3 counters from Moonshadow? In a vacuum, I don't think so. Like, I'm sure there's situations, like if you do it in combat and kill something as a result, then it probably is. Yeah. Well, that was a blowout I was not expecting. I have not seen Heartless Act in Standard in so long. Well, I mean, so are there any other good sneak attack targets in Standard? These were the only 3 that I found that I thought were actually reasonable, like realistic to want to put into play. Is there anything else? Is there anything else that should be in the conversation? Someone mentioned Tolsamir. Tolsamir from Murders of Karlov Manor. Well, there's the Thunderhawk. That is not bad. Well, play the tap land. Some sort of tribal deck. Must be elementals, I guess, if you're playing Thundering Falls. So Tolsamir, it's a 3/5 when it enters, you make a 5/5. Okay, so basically you get 3 damage and a 5/5 that sticks around. So it is elementals. Well, we have to kill Flame Braider for sure. So let's kill the Flame Braider. That is just a bit too much mana. The giant. So Meek attack, the restriction here is your total power and toughness. So if you add them together, has to be 5 or less. So yeah, stuff that's really big. Stuff that's really big would be sweet. But we can't actually legally Patchwork Manor, huh? We can't actually legally put them. Oh my God. I mean, we are hitting all the rewards here. Oh, but there's an elemental. No, if they Wistfulness, I'm gonna be so sad. Come on, not that. There is an elemental that could answer this. Please no. What's the one that puts out a 2/2/3/3/4 Trostani Summoner. That one is very good, but it's not in Standard. I don't know, chat. What do you think? What tribe from Lorwyn Eclipsed has looked strongest so far today? I don't know if any. Are there any of them that? I don't know. I'm not sure if any of them really stand out. All right, gonna go Thoughtseize mode. Can take one of our two payoffs. I guess. I don't know. I don't know which is better. I hope they leave us with the Famished World Sire so we can get some more lands. I don't think there's any way they're taking Smuggler's Surprise. Do you think Blight Goblins could work in Standard? Ooh, I mean, yes. And I think it's possible that we might see some Blight Goblins for Budget Magic on Monday. So it's happened. Oh, placeholder 470. Yeah, that... Honestly, that might be our best tribe so far. And an Ashling. All right, we get the Famished World Sire. Well, okay. 1, 2. So we're going to sack all of our lands, so I guess we float a mana. Well, Famished World Sire. 1, 2, 3, sack them all. Get a 9/9. Look at our top 9 cards. Get 1, 2, 3 tap lands. I could see an argument for trying, like, Splunking in this deck. Maybe Splunking's worth it. The lands untapped off of World Sire would be actually super nice, because then we could have double World Sire there. Meek attack, I mean, I guess that's the other direction to go, is using it to put something into play that isn't especially big, but doesn't need to be big to be good. I could see an argument for just trying to hasten. Man, I think we go threefold. Like, we need the blockers. Make some 1/1s. Go attacking. Make some 1/1s. Why is this triggering? Oh, you get to... That's actually kind of cute that it double triggers with Roaming Throne. Could have played Roaming Throne in the Sliver deck. That could be worth it. Slasher would come back, yeah. No. Have not seen the unstoppable, or have not seen the red creature. Yuki Bloodborne Gaming. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Yeah, I have not seen Hexing Squelcher, and I have seen we have seen goblins, have played goblins. No one seems to be playing Hexing Squelcher though. I don't know if Hexing Squelcher is really that good in Standard. Have you seen the Lorwyn Puppet opera trailer, rock opera trailer? I did. I thought it was really good. I thought it was like super well done. I thought it was one of the best trailers that they'd ever done. I still like Throne of Eldraine a lot. I think Throne of Eldraine, War of the Spark, and this one are those are probably the three best trailers that they've ever made. I mean, I don't think there's much coming back from this. I don't think there's much coming back. Now we draw land, now that it's too late to matter. So we can put this... We can put it into play, it just doesn't save us, right? We still just die. So if we put the Famished World Sire into play, we sack all of our lands. Yeah, maybe Splunking. Maybe Splunking's worth it in this deck. So we get 4 more lands, but then our opponent just chumps. And we just die. It is unfortunate that... It's unfortunate that none of the finishers actually win the game. None of the finishers actually, like, win the game. Like, even the World Sire, it's sweet, it's big, but it doesn't have trample or anything. I don't know, maybe Meek Attack is actually more against the odds than competitive. Yeah, we did get Phantom Round to come by Jim, didn't we? I don't know, I'm gonna have to mess. I feel like Meek Attack, maybe it's like a combo deck. Maybe you're just trying to, like, maybe it's like Famished World Sire, Formidable Speaker to tutor it up, Splunking. Maybe you're just trying to generate essentially a loop. Maybe you're just trying to generate like a combo loop. Yeah, I mean, Earthbender Ascension, but then you're doing that kind of late game, right? Yeah, I mean, no Meek attack, but there is a Badger Mole Cub. So maybe we're just gonna be hardcasting stuff. Bristlebane Battler, eh? Yeah, maybe Earthbender Ascension's worth it. It just seems slow. Like, then you're building like a 3 or 4 card like, then you need to draw the Meek attack, to draw the Famished World Sire, and draw an enchantment that doesn't necessarily do a ton with your primary game plan. So it's just adding a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but it would be a way to give the World Sire trample, which is nice. Well, this is the first Ajani we've seen. Is Ajani Outland Chaperone good in 2025? This is a card that I felt like, if it was printed a decade ago, I think it'd be insane. Oh, this draw's insane. We are not going to be triple Bristlebane Battler. Nope. Opponent going to get in and hit us. I'm not sure why they're attacking with the Kithkin, but we will block. And then makes a Kithkin, counters off all the battlers. We draw another land. Well, I guess we're playing a pretty sad Prime Speaker Zagana here. But we do draw a couple cards. Oh, yeah, I think we're just... Land untapped, land or... And pass the turn. Yeah, 3 Bristlebane Battler is... I think this is one of the better aggro cards in the set, and 3 of them is not especially beatable for our deck. Found it. Bristlebane Battler is growing. I mean, the Johnny's looked really good here. Yeah, we're so dead. We're so dead. We actually have to jump just to stay alive. Next rotation is about a year from now. Sometime early in 2027. Oh. Man. And we're at 1 life, so we can't even... Oh! We drew the Meek attack that would have been so sweet. But we can't make red... We can't make red mana. Alright. Oh, well, Meek attack. Meek attack has been the biggest flop, for sure. Hey, what's up, Yugi board? Meek attack... That one's gonna need some more work to figure out, I think, because that one didn't win a game. But let's try the Doran deck. Let's try the Doran deck. And there's so much more to come. There's so many decks, but we're gonna have, starting with Budget Magic next week, we're gonna have them on the YouTube too. So we're gonna have tons of decks. But let's try. I'm curious. So I've always loved Doran. Hey, what's up, Snake Bear? I've always loved butt style decks. The problem that I've run into in the past with playing the toughness rather than power deck is we only had Bedrock Tortoise, right? So you have Bedrock Tortoise, and if you don't have Bedrock Tortoise, your deck just does nothing. It's so bad. But now we have Doran and Bedrock Tortoise, and then I guess Fecund Green Shell's kind of a backup. Slumbering Walker can get back our Tortoise or our Doran if it dies. And then we get some new, like, high toughness stuff. Now we have Great Forest Druid and Poo Poo UFO that can ramp us into the Doran earlier. So maybe having 2 of these payoffs that let us deal damage, essentially, Doran essentially lets you deal damage equal to your power if you're fighting with a 0 power creature. Even better than that, because it works on defense too. But maybe now that we have 4 of these, maybe that's enough to make the deck actually work. Doran can be put into play with Meek attack, you're right. Ancient Ambassadors is super cool. I feel like it might be a bit... I don't know. We'll have to see how much mana this deck makes. My concern would be it's just 7 mana, so maybe, I don't know if we can get to it consistently enough, but it does have a big butt. It's in my Emulation, my Emulation deck with Wall of Bossing say. All right, let's see if this Doran deck works. Adamentios. Can you play Bossing say Wall of Immolation combo? We will see. We will probably play it at some point. We'll see. I don't know if it'll make it today. It might end up being something for Against the Odds next week. We'll see. We'll see. But maybe. Oh yeah, Walls of Bossing says wages. So my thinking was that we need to reanimate Walls of Bossing say or Ancient Adamantium. So the idea was get him in the graveyard, hopefully reanimate him for 4 mana with Zombify or Rite of the Moth, and then for 5 mana you have Immolation, then you can win the game. So in theory, win the game on turn 5 with no extra ramp or anything. So that felt like maybe it'd be fast enough, but yeah, if you're just gonna try to hardcast it, it's way too much mana. Yeah, I guess you could try to be something like you could be a ramp deck. That is definitely a possibility too. Is there an EOE card that does butt fighting? Is there? Maybe. Is there a butt fight card that I missed? It would have to be like damage to target creature equal to toughness, right? Let's see. I thought about Pride of the Hulk Lad, but there's no way we're making 4 blue mana to make it attack. And we don't have a way to let defenders attack otherwise. Or also would be super cool in this deck. Oh, yeah. So that card, unfortunately it doesn't butt fight. It normal fights, but it pumps butt. Wait, that sounded a little bit weird. In normal, it fights with power, but it gives you more toughness. That's what I was trying to say. I was just curious what happened to Magic Online videos. We still do Magic Online videos. Like, they just don't happen as often as they used to because now there's also Arena and there's paper gameplay videos. There's just so much other stuff going on. Part of it is also just the formats, too. Like, 10 years ago, Modern was it was so good at that time. And I still like Modern now. It's improved in the past year. It's gotten better. But I went through a phase where I just really did not want to play Modern because the format just was not enjoyable. So, and that makes Magic Online suffer a little bit too, as far as getting more gameplay videos. So basically, we played it quite a bit lately with pre-Modern, also some normal Modern. So it really just depends on the formats mostly. Can I ask what you think about rat decks, as I seem to only be able to make those decks, but I lose in the end? I have not... They just reanimate an Ancient Adamantium. Okay, sure. Well, fair enough. I don't know how we're ever getting through that. So our opponent might actually just be playing something very similar to the Against the Odds Immolation deck. If they're reanimating this Ancient Adamantium, it makes me think that maybe that's what they're doing. I think that Ashling has to be considered one of the most impressive cards today. Because I figured it would be a card that would show up in Elementals, right? But this seems like a card that is better than that, where the people are just playing it in like all kinds of archetypes. Like, it gets a card in the grave. Wow. All right, opponent just straight up pulled off Against the Odds on turn 4. Wow. We just saw literally the best possible draw that can happen with this deck. Like, literally, I don't think you can have a better draw than that. Like, I think that is literally absolutely as fast as this deck could do a thing. Wow. All right. Well, I mean, Immolation, they're... If you manage to do the few steps, it does win you the game. Basically, FOMO may be better in some decks. Yeah, basically. I can see that comparison. I think FOMO's also better in some decks, so it probably depends on the archetype. I think FOMO's better in most decks. I think if I was just building a generic deck, that wanted to like loot or get cards in the graveyard. I think FOMO would be first, but I don't know, maybe not. It might also depend on if you have blue mana. Like, if you can flip the Ashling, it gets much better than if you can't flip the Ashling. So that might be the other consideration. Well, let's put the poo-poo into play. And then this can wrap us into Doran, and then we can see, is the new Doran any good? Opponent, Enduring Innocence, gonna get the card draw going. Gonna grow the Battler. Can't get through the poo-poo UFO because the butt's too big. So we will play this on green. No. Green. Yeah, play this on green. Then poo-poo. We're gonna poo this version to play, and yeah, I mean, it's Doran time. Doran besieged by time. So a little bit of ramp, and when a creature attacks or blocks, it gets +X/+X, where X is the difference between its power and toughness. So poo-poo gets +4/+4. This gets +5/+5. This gets +6/6. This gets +4/4. Opponent, land on Githkin. How do you feel about current standard pre-Lorwyn? I feel like current standard is about the best it's been in the past year, especially as far as diversity. There are legitimately several archetypes that are actually kind of competitive. Wow. All right, opponent. Finding it. Gets in, hits us. Down to 13. Well, we will play a land. Play Bedrock Tortoise. Crack the land on the Bedrock Tortoise. Or crack the map. We will keep the Shoot the Sheriff. I wanted to do cool Doran things, opponent. Yeah, I think we just stay on defense for now. Opponent's doing battler things. So I think that current standard is right now about as good as it's been in the past year. I still feel like it just doesn't feel like standard to me. I think it's good for what standard is now, which is this really fast, overpowered, snowball-y sort of format. It's not what my brain thinks of as standard being, which is more of like a low power, fairer, long game sort of format. So diversity wise, good, better than it has been for most of the past year. The vibes are just weird. The vibes of standard feel wrong to me, if that makes sense. Like, just like the speed and the power level is not really what I personally want out of standard. I would rather have standard be a little bit slower, but yes. Well, let's play a Preacher of the Schism. And I guess we just kill this Brigid. If that flips, it gets to make a ton of mana. So kill the Brigid. And pass the turn. Turns out a Bedrock Tortoise has a bigger butt than Bristlebeam Battler, even fully powered opponent, Figure of Fable. That might be an issue. Opponents. I also feel like all of Magic has just made it harder to play. Hey, what's up, Grateful Dead? How are you? Like, I don't know. I think it's cards like, yeah. All right, so I mean, this is game. It's cards like this, I think, that are not that you need to ban a Boroid. I just think, I don't know if you should be making. I don't know. I'm glad I don't have Wizard's job. There's so many cards now compared to the past that are just like, if it sticks for any amount of time, you win the game. And then those cards end up hitting the battlefield faster and faster because of stuff like Badger Mole Cub and so forth. So you just end up with a lot of non-games. It's so funny because Wizards went so out of their way to like change mulligan rules and make MDFCs and try to do all this stuff so there's not non-games. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just like someone who plays Magic for a long time feels like it's a non-game, but I feel like a game where someone goes like, turn 1 Llanowar, turn 2 double Badger Bowl, a Boroid, turn 3 double a Boroid. To me, that also feels like a non-game just as much as getting Mana Screw or Mana Flooded. Yeah, I heard about the Bob Weir thing. I got to see Bob Weir a few times. I never saw the Dead. I was too young to see the actual Dead, but I saw oh no, it was Maybe it was the Dead. I didn't see the Grateful Dead. Maybe it was the Dead that I saw, but Bob Weir. I saw Bob Weir's version of the Grateful Dead a couple of times, and it was fun. Opponent. Yep. So yeah, and I guess the other argument is like, we'll just play more removal to make sure you can always kill the Boroid. Which is true in, like, in a sense, right? Like, if you just overlay our removal, then you can kill the stuff. But then how do you play Poo-Poo UFO? Yeah, in a Boroid, just so it's clear, is more an example of the cards that... Badger Molcub would be another one of those cards. These cards that just, like, really quickly snowball into a victory and make it kind of impossible to catch back up. So it's more just an example. But yeah, that's where I'm at with Standard. Like, I think it's better than it has been. But my dream world of Standard is you go back to something similar to what it was before. Like, less sets. Like, just going from 8 sets to 20 sets is wild. Like, that means Standard is at least 2.5 times as powerful. And that doesn't even include the power creep, right? Just by the number of cards. It's 2.5 times as powerful as it was like 3 years ago. And that doesn't even include card power creep. And cards are also more powerful. So I think it's just, we went from like Standard being at this power level to Standard being like at this power level in the course of like a very short period of time. I think a power creep is inevitable to some extent. I think you're always going to have Standard like getting more powerful. But I think it should be a much more, like, ideally a much more gradual process. So I think it's been this, like, perfect storm of factors of, like, well, let's cancel rotation. Let's move Universes Beyond into Standard. Let's make even more sets so we make more money. Let's power creep sets so we sell more packs. Like, it's this perfect storm of all these factors coming together that has just led to Standard being diverse and being fine for what it is, but just not feeling what Standard feels like to me, if that makes sense. Did we play Nil Vessel of Velgavoth? I definitely did not. I'm not even sure what that card is. I'm going to look it up as we speak. Nil Vessel of... What is this card? Nil Vessel of Velgavoth. When it enters, return a villain card from your graveyard to your hand. Villain spells cost 1 less to cast. Hey, that is pretty cute. I mean, that's a cool thing. I think at some point I'm gonna try to build maybe something very much like tribal, like Tomer's Commander deck, where the idea is you just like play the changelings and then play all these other like random tribal synergies to power them up. Like people mentioned in Holy Annex, we figured out the Throne of the God Pharaoh trick was really cool. So maybe something like that I think would be a fun deck to try to build. Oh, build it. Getting in. Hitting ya. My prediction is they start pushing Standard Brawl as a competitive low power format. Yeah, I'm a little skeptical of that. They tried to... Wizards does not have good luck pushing Brawl. Like, they tried really hard back in 2019 when they made Chulane and they made Corvald and they made Brawl Precons and they added it to everything and they tried to make Brawl a thing, and then all we got out of it was memes of, like... the guy, my favorite, the kid that won, like, the Brawl Championship because he was literally the only person that showed up at this big, like, MagicCon event. He was the only person that showed up and signed up. So he just, by default, was, like, the Brawl champion. So I just don't think Wizards' track record when they try to push Brawl is especially good. When they've let Brawl grow organically like Commander from the community side, which we've seen a lot on Arena recently, then Brawl does pretty well when it's like this organic thing where the community is pushing it and like, oh, this is fun and people are enjoying it. But when Wizards tries to make it like a thing, it doesn't, at least historically, it has not worked nearly as well as they probably would have liked. Well, I mean, we're going to attack. We got a Doran attack. We've also just drawn way too many lands. Honest opinion is, with Badger Mole Cub banned. I don't know if you need to ban a Boroid, honestly. Like, I think if a Boroid is coming down... If a Boroid is coming down, like, turn 4, it's fine. If it's coming down turn 3 on occasion because your Llanowar stuck or whatever, that's also probably fine. The coming down quickly is just so consistent. It's probably going to get even consistent, more consistent now. Like, I think it was really the... I think the Quantum Riddler build of that deck really changed my thoughts on it. Because I've been messing with Badger Mole Cub ever since it was printed. And my impression of it is incredibly explosive. One of the most explosive cards they've made in a very, very long time. Like, an incredibly explosive card. But not an especially consistent card. Like, the good draws, we played it on stream when it first came out, and you saw it on stream where, like, the good draws, it feels insane, but then the bad draws, you make all these mana dorks and do nothing, or you just mulligan a bunch, and then you kind of just have, like, do nothing at all. Like, you mull to 5, play a mana dork, it dies, and you just scoop. So the good game's really good, the bad game's really bad, but I think the new, I don't know who came up with this first. I don't know who the first person that started building it this way, but the versions now that are playing 4 Nature's Rhythm, 4 Quantum Riddlers, it really just flips the whole equation. Like, because of Quantum Riddler, now it's great to, not great, but it's fine to mull down to 5, because you're just going to Quantum Riddler and refill your hand anyway. Like, now the deck, before it was your good games are really good, your bad games are really bad. Now it's your good games are really good, and your bad games, Quantum Riddler makes those at least functional, and you have some chance to win as well. And I think that makes the deck way better than it was in the past. Like, yeah, it's, and just like you see the maximization of the Badger Mole Cub with, like, we're playing Mockingbirds to copy the Badger Mole Cub, to increase the consistency, Nature's Rhythm to get the Badger Mole Cub, to make sure we always have it. So I feel like as people have figured out how to build around it, the deck just keeps getting better and better and better. Simic Spew, the classic Simic Spew. My universal automation, man, I wish we had a 1-drop Changeling in Standard. A 1-drop Changeling in Standard would be so good. Take a Boroid out and Badger isn't even that bad. I don't know. I would lean towards, I think Badger Mole would still be incredibly scary. Because I think I could just find something else to ramp into. Like, if there's one thing we've learned of Magic over the years, is that making way more magic than way more mana than you're supposed to be able to make usually leads to broken things. I mean, we go back to Tolarian Academy or whatever, way back in the 90s, Black Lotus in the earliest days. Like, if you just get to make twice as much mana as your opponent, you get to do twice as many things as your opponent, which means you're probably going to beat your opponent. So I think even if you got rid of Badger Mole Cub, I think, or even if you got rid of a Boroid, yeah, it'd be a little bit safer because you wouldn't have that as your finisher, but there would just be another finisher that would be slightly less good that would still take advantage. If anything, I feel like one thing we've seen with Badger Mole Cub is in some ways it does lead to diversity. I mentioned this yesterday on social media, but like, it feels weird. It feels weird and honestly kind of wrong to me that when I sat down to build elf decks for early access and for Lorwyn Eclipsed Standard, the first card I added wasn't an elf, it was Badger Mole Cub. Like, that was the first card, was Badger Mole Cub. And then it was like, all right, now we add the elves to the deck. But how would you not add Badger Mole Cub to a deck that's all about just making as much mana as possible? Wouldn't you want Badger Mole Cub so now your elves are tapping for 2 mana or twice as much mana? So it feels weird and feels wrong, but I think that's a testament to how powerful it is. And that's what we've seen in Standard too, right? Where you have like, you have landfall decks, you have the Simic Spew deck, you have airbending combo decks, and then you have all kinds of just, you know, shrines, or like the janky Insidious Roots, Selesnya Cage, like all these different builds. So I guess in some ways it does add diversity amongst the Badger Mole Cub decks. But yeah, there's a lot of Badger Mole Cubs. They're just spread out between a whole bunch of different decks. I was thinking there's a virtue in having staples enable your jank, but there's a super fine line to ride. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on that. Like, on one hand, my Shrines deck won way more than it ever would have and ever should have because Badger Mole Cub ramped into the shrines. so you get that side of it. On the other hand, when your opponent's playing the Badger Mole Cub deck and you're playing the janky deck, you feel like you just don't really have any chance of winning, right? Because they're just like doing so much faster, stronger, more powerful stuff than you are. So it's kind of a double-edged sword to some extent, where like it is nice at helping the jank work, but then the downside of that is you're also going to take some kind of auto losses if you're playing the jank. What's up, Riz? How are you? Am I too late? You're kind of on the too late-ish end of the scale. We're just kind of wrapping things up. But I think that's our early access for today. So overall impressions of these decks. The big winner, honestly, if there's one takeaway, and again, we're going to have to try this in like full standard when it's not early access day, but I was kind of blown away at how good this pile felt. Like this was the standout. This was the standout deck from the stream for me. The Esper Abigail deck. We finally lost one to the double Badger Mole Cub draw, but the deck felt really good, and the synergies felt really powerful, and we're just doing really big stuff, really strong stuff super fast. So that deck felt really good. Vivid, I'm intrigued by Vivid. I'm intrigued by it. I'm going to have to do some more brewing with it. I feel like potential is there. I feel like, even though it's a little risky, Auroral Awakener, I feel like this card it has potential. Like, the ceiling is very high. And we got to see like Bloom Tender. We still have Lane Line of the Guild Pack. So I feel like Vivid has potential. And then the other decks we played, we're kind of more against the odd style decks. Doran didn't do that well, but it's such a small sample size. It was a triple Badger Mole hand, wasn't it? It's such a small sample size in its early access day that even the decks that didn't perform well, I'm not ready to cross them off my list. It's more like, it's early access day. Maybe they need a little bit more tuning. But my immediate impression was like, Doran didn't feel like super powerful for standard. The Sliver deck was one of my favorites to play. The deck's super jank, but it's so funny. And we got to learn that super cool Grim Captain trick that I didn't even realize that it works with changeling sorceries, which is pretty sweet. So yeah, anyway, I think that's our early access stream for today. The good news is, even though this is the end of early access, there is a ton more. The clown deck was busted. Did we break it with clowns? The placeholder deck, placeholder 480. The good news is there's a ton more Lorwyn Eclipse coming up. There's going to be budget magics, against the odds, streams, all that stuff. So reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube for the old streams. Sponsor Days Card Kingdom if you need some magic cards. Normal YouTube. I believe the stuff from Lorwyn Eclipse will be kicking off on Monday. So some other stuff coming up before that. Lorwyn Eclipse on Monday. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome. I love y'all. Enjoy the rest of early access day. Enjoy Lorwyn Eclipse. This set's amazing. And I will talk to you soon.